to many more streams. Good afternoon, everybody, or morning if you're in the States. How you guys doing? Hello. Hi. You guys have a nice Monday or Tuesday? Also, yes, hello, bottoms. Bottoms assemble. It's Tuesday. We need to. Hi. It is Tuesday. Bottoms assembled. Hi. No, I haven't even tried out Raiders first. I'm finishing up a mixtape. Almost done, though. Not a very long game. But then I have to do Splatoon. And I also have to do Deltarune, but I did promise I was going to stream that one. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've done a reverse stream, isn't it? Are you playing Raiders on stream? I'm not sure, actually. Probably not, though. Are you gonna do an S play of Splatoon Raiders? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Very likely not. Sadly, we're still doing a lot of extra content for Babby.
Just had lunch, turkey wrap with avocado. Be nice.
Oh, yum, I want. Thank you. I might be a bit too slow for streaming, in my opinion. It is a bit of a slower game, I guess.
Would you consider reviewing the Cuphead cast?
Absolutely, but I want to look at the animations also because I'm a gigantic animation nerd. Problem is, I might have to go back in and replay some segments or get Hubby to record some for me. Because I think that part of what makes the characters cool is seeing them in motion. Thank you.
2 years of a thing.
2 years of thing! Haru, thanks so much for the sub and congratulations! Wait, you haven't played Chapter 5? No, I have not touched it. I was waiting.
Remember, you have a tab for this game.
The tab resets.
There should be a reminder because of how long it's been.
The tab resets. I'm trying to make an L in 14. It's harder than I expected. That neck got you, huh? Get someone like Spanish to find the animations for Cuphead for you. I have the game. I beat it, so like, I think I can easily get some footage. Our first contrast, a good breakfast food? Yes, with coffee or hot chocolate. Would you do Sailor Moon character reviews since the anniversary is like 5 months away? Maybe, but I'm gonna have to find something fun to do with that one, because there's like the anime in the 90s, the manga, and then like Crystal, so. The series has changed a lot over the years. Yeah.
Lily G Booty, Lily G Heart.
Aster Moon, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. Maybe you could play the Sailor Moon Sega game. Oh, the beat 'em up? Maybe. I'm a gigantic fan of the franchise, actually. Reverse 1999 is a gacha. A very pretty gacha, mind you. What character are you even reviewing today? We are tackling 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6. I'm not doing the Atomic Heart collab at the moment. Because I'm like 3 versions behind. So those are the ones we're going to do today. Hello! I don't usually do gacha collabs when I'm doing these because like collabs don't really work for the character design review because I'd rather go to the original source material if that makes sense. Since the characters were not originally designed by the Reverse team, I think it's better if I go to the source material. Whoever's doing the art for Reverse has the Midas touch, a phenomenal touch. And I am lucky because they send me the high-res versions of everything because the devs like me. I'm pretty gacha unnoticed because it's not Genshin. I'm so sad that more people don't know about Reverse 1999 because it's an actual gacha with phenomenal design. Beautiful character design. Not just designed by committee or for like selling units. It's actually has a lot of thought put behind it. You're a shapeshifter, right? Is your outfit an actual outfit or are you wearing a part of you? It's a part of me. I can take it off though. Dick's clothes are to die for. I want so many outfits in the game. Oh yeah, no, they definitely have someone that knows fashion history on their team because yeah, I've like whenever I look at like the reverse designs, I get like or envy because they render fabric so pretty, but like I can't render fabric like that because no time. I was like, my skill points are on speed because I want to tell stories. If making an illustration like the ones they make for reverse takes like a week. They hired people with fashion degrees. Fashion history degrees. It's a big difference. But I will say, though, because, like, I haven't played it, but they said that they could actually help set me up an account so I could check it out. It's something that I'm not opposed to trying out, just because I like the design so much. And, like, when I say that, like, the devs of this game are genuinely nice, they're, like, the nicest people. They're super patient with, like, my yee ass who, like, forgets to schedule things and whatnot, like...
Can you please check the teaser trailer for the Reverse 1999 Atomic Hearts collab for some robotic spiciness?
Maybe later. I don't want to check any trailers right now in case it spoils the skins for me, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of characters, like, 6, I think. And then, like, something, like, almost 20 skins. It's like the meme of the artist versus comic artist versus animator. They're each more unhinged than the last. Every, like, type of artist has a specific skill set. If you're an animator, you usually focus on speed. If you're a comic artist, speed is also more your game. But if you're an artist, you can take as long as you want with a piece. Considering D has sent stuff to your house, how soon until Project Moon is sending you emails/NDAs? If Project Moon gets in touch with me and they want to do something for Limbus Company, I'm gonna say yes in a heartbeat. I will just be like, I just need a replica of, like, Rodia's jacket for reasons. I can wear it to bed, because I love her. Oh, I don't actually need the wiki for Reverse. The devs send me all the images directly. High res too, mama. They're obscenely large. Obscenely. It's great. They don't do sponsors like at all. They're a bit shit at marketing. That's okay, because they don't need to do sponsors. I'm just gonna talk good shit about their game anyway. The thing with, like, Limbus is that I think that, like, their main goal in life is to just make a video game. But yeah, I will say that, like, I like Project Moon because their gacha does not feel nearly as predatory as other gachas. I will say, though, out of, like, all of the gachas that, like, I talk about and shit, my favorite one art-wise is Reverse 1999. It's beautiful. They don't pull any punches with how pretty their artwork is, so, like, it's insane. The amount of detail and love and care for, like, every single character just shines on through with every piece of artwork that they make. It's the cost for getting stuff that kind of scared me to really try my hand at most artwork. I'm kind of perfectionist-minded, so I fear I go through so much material just to get something that make me cry. Okay, let me actually fix that for you. You wanna know what material you need? A fucking paper and a pencil. You don't need 50. This is such a, like, actually, it's such a newbie trap. Let me just, like, as an industry professional at this point, let me yank you out of that fucking rabbit hole. Don't look at what artists on Instagram are doing. I'm serious, don't. You do not need the uhuhu markers or the fucking 50 fancy sketchworks or like 10 types of fucking pencil. You wanna know what I fucking worked with? You wanna know what I was rocking right up until my rabbit fucking destroyed my scanner and I had to go digital? A sketchbook and a fucking mechanical pencil. That's it. You don't need more. If you wanna learn how to do digital, you can get a cheap tablet. You don't need a display screen like what I have. cheap tablet and Clip Studio Paint, you can either get a subscription for like $3, or you just buy the permanent license for 30. Not at all expensive to start this hobby. Your rabbit. I used to have rabbits. I have one still in Mexico, my baby girl. But one of my rabbits, named Dio, a dramatic bitch in his own right, he destroyed the cord for my scanner, so I was like, oh, I'm not getting a new one, so I just went full digital. You can do so much with just like a decent sketchbook and a pencil. Definitely not limited if you only want to as a fun hobby. Yeah, if you're just doing it for fun, if you're doing it as a hobby, you don't need to get the super expensive equipment, trust me. I didn't get a display tablet until I started doing more commissions and actually started doing this shit for a living. And I had like a 13-inch one, I destroyed my arm using that, and then I upgraded. I might have to upgrade in like a year or two because they no longer make or support the drivers for the tablet I'm rocking right now, because thank you, Wacom. They no longer support the 22 HD tablets that I'm using right now, but so long as it fucking works, I'm not getting a new one. I am that person. I have not gotten a new iPhone in like 6 years. I remember needing to buy for my art class a collection of pencils so shading would be easier. You can get a collection of pencils of like different intensities. That is a thing that most art classes recommend, but they're not necessary.
Lily's rabbit breaking her scanner was her villain origin story.
It was my fault. I let them free roam in my room, but thank you. Rabbits are notorious for biting cables. I don't know why in my fucking right mind I let that little fucker loose. Why update electronics when new ones are made to break fast? Exactly. Dude, my husband had like an old Cintiq tablet, one of like the first models, and that shit lasted for nigh on a decade before it broke. And that thing is old. I think it's still in our old apartment somewhere. God forbid an angry rabbit gets near yourself. People think that bunnies are so cute. They're literally little balls of hatred. I don't know what to tell you. They're judgy, skittish, adorable balls of hatred. And a lot of poops. Yes, if cute, why angry? They're like a perpetually mad animal. They're almost what hubby likes to call a display pet. Almost. You can still pick them up and cuddle them and stuff, and they can be very affectionate, but for the most part, they're like so indifferent to people, it's not even funny. The only bad thing is that, like, now that I don't have rabbits in my house, I'm pretty sure I'm allergic. Because, like, when I had 3 of them in the house, my nose was stuffy constantly. At first I thought it was, like, the pollution in Mexico, but I stayed inside for most of the time. I am pretty sure I'm allergic. Which is sad, because they have very fine fur, and it gets everywhere. But I still love them. Even if I'm low-key allergic to them. The irony, I know. Pollution? Oh yeah, I used to live in Mexico City, which is probably the reason why I was like always stuffy. But when I moved to Spain, that went away real fucking quickly. Because I don't live in like a very like crowded city, so it's like fairly, the air is super clean. I'm in my early 30s and developing hay fever. I get allergies like once a year in the winter. How do I feel about spiders? Spiders are respectful cunts. Spiders pay rent. If a spider is not like on the ground, you're not on site. Like you can be on the ceiling, you can be chilling, just kill mosquitoes, pay your rent. And they're fairly respectful to people. If you get near a spider, they will run and hide. Scorpions are on site. I'm sorry. Scorpions are fucking on site. So are like centipedes. But spiders, for the most part, they just fucking do their own shit. I don't love the big ones because my dog is allergic. But for the most part, they respect your space. Yeah, if you don't fuck with the spider will not fuck with you. What about tarantulas? They're fuzzy! See, if I wasn't like such a fucking wet blanket, I would consider keeping a tarantula, but I don't like the idea of getting bit while trying to rehouse it, because they can be pretty aggressive if you're not handling them carefully. But I do like them. I think they're cute. I would not like to live in Australia, though, because you would probably have, like, a huntsman spider for, like, a roommate. That thing is, like, the size of your hand, and those would fucking give me, like, ugh. We need pink tarantulas now. They exist, actually. And the toilet ones. The toilet ones were a myth. My mom fucking sent me that email when I was a kid. Yeah, like, the thing with huntsman spiders is that they're absolute sweethearts. They're super skittish. They don't like people. If you so much as tap a wall near them, they will fucking skitter away and go hide somewhere. The problem with them is that they're huge and they look scary as shit, so most people don't like them. Also, they cause car accidents. Like, a lot. Like, in Australia, like... Because they like to hide in, like, small, flat spaces, right? So they, like, go into, like, the mirror. Well, like, you know how you can, like, put down, like, your little, like, shield for the sun when you're, like, driving? Yeah, they like to hide in there. So imagine you, like, fucking rent a car in Australia, you flip down the visor, and then a fucking spider the size of a horse falls on your lap. You would fucking crash that car. So yeah, like, they're very sweet, and they're actually great for the environment, and they kill most big pests and actual other deadly animals that Australia has, but they're gigantic, and they're icky. Yeah, they're huge, fast, and can flatten themselves to hide in very inconvenient spots. The problem, you'd think that a spider that big would get nerfed? Would get a speed fucking nerf? No. No, they're fast as shit. Huntsman spiders? Oh, yeah. In Australia, you'd assume it's like poison that could kill a planet the second that it lands on you. Oh, you mean like the venom? Yeah. But no, they're not. They're harmless completely. Blink and it's gone speed. Fuck that. It's a buff, yeah. Their upside is that they're completely harmless. They're not toxic to humans at all. Like, if a huntsman bites you, dry bite, nothing happens. It's not like the fucking Newcastle big boy. Dead in 50 minutes. Still hurts. Yeah, I mean, obviously it still hurts. A giant fucking spider.
Would be funny to have a segment be watching reacting to more pars.
Is that the Australian guy with the great hat? Because I've seen some of his, like, TikToks around, yeah. Yes, I like that person. He's funny. Why did they give them such a cutesy name? Because scientists suck at naming things. Scientists suck at naming things. Instead of calling it, like, oh, fucking... another variant of funnel web spider, just Newcastle big boy. It's not the top 5, it's the most deadly spider in the world. Are they going to name the next one? The Old World Chungus? Knowing scientists, yes. Big Boy is a certified Australian moment. Yeah, I don't know why they came up with that one. Hi! The problem with, like, funnel webs is that they have gigantic fangs, and they can bite through shoe leather. Usually, if you're out, like, hanging out in, like, the Australian, in what they call it? In the outback, if you have, like, big shoes, you're safe. Minus some types of snakes. Not from the big boy. Their fangs can pierce through leather. Fuck that, I do not do giant spiders. Things can body you in 50 minutes. I refuse to believe that they didn't name it that because they thought it was funny. They absolutely thought it was funny. So bring armor. Just don't go out there. Why the fuck are you going to the outback anyway? What about steel toes? You'd be safer with steel toes. Would you ever get bit by a spider if there was a 50% chance of getting Spider-Man powers? No. Anyone who chooses to live in Australia is crazy. Have you met them? But yeah, no, like, the thing with Australia is that, like, they have nice cities. It's just, like, the outback you need to worry about. Yeah, you say that as if most people who live in Australia had a choice. Yeah, like, Australia has a lot of downsides for me. Everything wants to kill you. It's hot as shit. You can't even swim in a lot of places because of the box jellyfish. And, they literally censor anything and everything. Yeah, they also have the stonefish. They have a lot of stuff that can kill you. Australians are historically British people that multi-classed into thief. Yeah, that's actually true. It was a penal colony back in the day. Australia's Prime Minister went for a swim once and they never found him again. I blame the jellyfish. Oh, yeah, no. Hi! Saltwater crocs can and will hunt humans. There's no chill in that country. You know, Connolly, and then the animals were like, let's pick the death sentence. The animals in Australia have, like, no chill. I don't know why everything that's, like, toxic, terrible, super venomous, or whatever ended up in that country. That's where, like, God put all of his first drafts for, like, animals. They have cassowaries too over there, right? I think those are New Zealand, but yes. Australia's so barren that you need to make sure you kill and eat whatever you find. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to body everything. They fought a war with the emus and the emus won. Yes. Those dangerous spiders in South America. Oh, you mean the Brazilian wandering spider? Yeah. That one's actually dangerous because much like the funnel web, it's aggressive. Will hunt you down for sport. Hides in bananas. I was not able to eat bananas for a while after I learned that one. Hi, cassowaries are in Australia and they're like demons from hell. Closest we have to living dinosaurs that can fuck up a human. I think that was one of the few animals that Steve Irwin was actually scared of.
Western Australia also has that thing where if it gets windy enough, like a cyclone for example, the area becomes red because the sand that blocks out the sun in that scenario has rust in it.
Yup. Indeed, and it's really... I've actually seen a sandstorm like that for real, because they happen down here every so often. It's kind of fucking crazy, yeah. Thank you. It basically becomes Caelid. I mean, Caelid had to be inspired by something. I'm so happy so many things were put in this world to gank us. I know. Residential Brazilian here. I say that the Brazilian wandering spider has nothing on brown recluses because they're smaller, way more common, and likely to have in your clothes, and they bite, they will cause kidney failure. Yeah, but brown recluses are usually very, like, docile. They're very shy. I think Tricky got bit by one of those. I was like, why are you so scared of spiders? She's like, oh, because I got bit by a brown recluse, and I was like, you know what? Fair. Valid. She got bit with one of them was in her bed when she was young. When I used to like go to like summer camp or like lake house or whatever as a kid, I would always check my bed sheets because I was always so scared that there's gonna be like a spider or a scorpion in them. Yeah, brown recluses are timid, but they do pack a punch. Alright, okay, it's about time we get started, isn't it? Alright. Enough with the spider talk, let's get artsy. As you guys all know, I'm actually a fan of this game, this gacha called Reverse 1999. Now you'd think, Lily, I've never seen you play it. I don't. However, they have some of the most ethereally beautiful, lovingly crafted character artwork that I've ever seen in my life. And this is for a gacha, mind you. And every so often, I like to do character reviews for them because A, I love the aesthetics, and B, the devs have actually reached out to me and they really like the reviews and they're like, hey, Lily, do you want to make some for this version? I was like, fuck yeah. So I waited a while before I made my next one because I wanted to make a big review. And today we're going to be tackling versions 3.4, 5, and 6. So like 6 new characters in total and a bunch of skins. It's going to be really fun, really cool. I have high-res images of everything because, again, the devs are the GOAT. And I just want to share this game with you people because not enough people know about Reverse and not enough people play this thing. And you really should. It's so pretty. Genuinely, like, for no other reason than how pretty the character artwork is. Try it out. So, without further ado, yeah, let's give version 3.4, 5, and 6 a look, shall we? Beginning with new characters first for 3.4. Chong Huiguang. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Chinese speakers in chat. I'm very sorry, the people watching on Bilibili, because I know you guys like these. I'm not good at pronouncing these names. However, look how beautiful. Look at this boy. Look at this stunning piece of artwork that we have for this character. Absolutely beautiful silhouette. The armor is to die for pretty. Look how lovingly rendered this fabric is. Color balance is beautiful. It's very much old school Chinese. Like, Chinese general, almost. I love the fur, and I really, really like the Honglu hairstyle. You guys know what I mean, right? Like, big ponytail. I don't know what it is, but, like, seeing, like, a very beautiful man with, like, a big, high pony, it always just does things for me. Always does things for me. It never fails to impress. It's like, oh, he's so pretty. I also really like the shoes. It's, like, such a neat detail for a character that, like, not a lot of people notice. That, like, the shoes can actually tell you a lot about the region that someone's from. They are, like, super distinctly, like, Chinese, maybe, like, northern China-ish? Close to Mongolia, I believe. Because they have, like, that distinct pattern and that pointed toe that's very, very common of, like, ancient Chinese outfits. I really like the silhouette of, like, the whole thing. A lot of the times Reverse, and if you play the game, you'll know this, the premise of the game has some time travel in it, which means that you see people from every era from, like, the beginning of time to, like, 1999. So this is one of the ones that I would say are, like, ancient-esque characters. With the added concession, though, of the armor on his right arm, which I can actually close in, zoom into, because we have high-res images of most of these things. Look at this. Look at his face! Oh, that's beautiful. See, you see them from far away, and you're like, oh, that's nice. And then you zoom in, and it's like, oh, you know? Absolutely gorgeous. The thing about Reverse, and it's something that I'm going to sing their praises until the day that I die, is that they really, really hit the nail on the head when it comes to character design. Not only are all of their characters very well thought out, they have a purpose, they have a theme, they have, like, a place in their story, but they also know that you can add a lot with details. Their details are small, but they're there. It's stuff that, like, you kind of have to, like, squint to see. You don't see it at a glance, but they're always present. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful eyebrows. I love the sparkles in his eye. Hair accessories, gorgeous. But let's look at that armor. Because that might be the one thing that's a little bit more different than the rest of the design. Oh, look at the embroidery. See, this is why I love that they send me these high-res images, even though it's like 30 megabytes per image, because I'm just looking at them like, oh, bitch. Oh, so much love. Now, the armor I love because the armor has a little bit more of a fantasy concession to it. It's like scaled. There's like feathers on the top. But it also has those little Chinese details, like the orange cord, the tassels, and it just goes up and down his arm. It's really cool that they went asymmetrical for the armor here. But I also really like that they balanced it out by giving him, like, that fur, like, stole thing that he's wearing, which they beautifully painted. There's also wing motifs everywhere on this character. I have to imagine that's part of, like, their vibe. Their animal must be, like, a bird or something. Because there's wings all over the armor. There's wing accessories in his hair, in his other arm. It's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And then let's see some detail on the shoes as well. We have to, like, scroll down. Excellent balance of colors. Look at that. Beautiful. Overall, we have, like, predominantly blues, some nice orange accents, and in general, such a clean silhouette, you know? It's absolutely stunning. He likes to fish. Oh, really? Is it, like, flying fish that he's into? I think Izudemo's a heron. Oh, that would make sense, yeah, considering he has bird motifs. Everyone in Reverse has an animal motif to them, if that makes sense. Yeah, like, they have, like, their little suitcase with the little animal. It's super sweet. Yeah, the cords in the boots are orange to match the cords in the armor and the ribbon that's around his waist. It's such a beautiful silhouette, too. Like, when you're working on character design, 9 out of 10 times, your battle is with silhouette. I have seen character designers that have outfits for, like, their characters that are just very basic things, like normal athletic wear. But the way they pose the characters and the way that they convey personality does so much for the design that, like, I think, especially if you're doing 2D, that's a big part of the battle. And this already tells me a ton about this character's personality. A little bit of a hard-ass, fairly serious type, very disciplined, but probably a very nice person. Okay, we have 3 images for each cast member, by the way. The next one would be, I believe, the Ascended version. Before we get to the big splash screen, which is the one that makes me scream, no, slut. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, bitch. Like, we preserved the blue in the color scheme, but we actually toned it down. We made it a little bit more frosty, a little colder. Very, very nice. No more armor, but we replaced it with, like, a really nice little capelet thing that has some tassels on the bottom. They're braided, I think. He's still wearing, like, the very traditional, like, Chinese pants and the almost, like, bandage suits, but they're not like boots. They're not like the OG one. Look at that waistline. Mama, that's snatched. That is snatched. And not only is it snatched, they put, like, a fucking bright-ass purple accent there so you know it's snatched. You know where the skinniest part of his waist is. The hair is the same. If anything, it's a little bit more, like, sultry. The V-neck. Let's fucking see the details on that deep V-neck. Chesties, what the fuck? Slut, slut, slut. Oh! Oh, no. That's so gorgeous. The little feather accessories, like that bare-ass collarbone, just a hint of man titty. A hint of man titty. Long fucking luscious-ass hair, beautiful eyebrows, and a stunning face. Stunning. Yeah, man cleavage. The accent colors change from orange to yellow, a little bit of purple here and there. Oh, yeah, the triangle. Hold on, I need it. Let me get it. I always forget to bring it out, and then I get started, and I'm like, no! Dude, like, men very rarely get this treatment, but Reverse 1999 fucking earns their fucking daddies. I swear to God! This man is so ethereally beautiful, I don't even know what to do with him. I just want it. This man is like, the face is almost feminine, you know? He's so pretty. It's pretty boy. It's pretty boy. Does this artist do anything outside of this game? I'm not sure, actually. Hopefully they do. But that is love. And look at, like, the silver feathers. That is lovingly made. Oh. Yeah, that waist, snatched. Completely snatched. He has a little bit more armor on the other side. Look at the bird. That's so cute. And just Even like the patterns on the fabric. It's a like very simple design in terms of silhouette, but the devil is in the details. It's so gorgeous. The colors match. The silhouette is very, it's like the same vibe but different outfit. Incredibly gorgeous. All the feather motifs are back there. Even like the cape he's wearing looks like it's made out of feathers, even though it's like tassels, you know? It's gorgeous. And I'm just obsessed with like his face. You think that these outfits can actually be constructed? Yes, they can, actually. Again, I'm pretty sure that, like, their artists must have some fashion history background because all of these outfits can be made. For the most part, there's 2 or 3 of them, which I think would be very difficult to recreate IRL, but for the most part, they're makeable, yes. And now let's see the splash screen, because that's the big kahuna. That's, like, the big artwork that they make for these. Oh, wow. The composition, the way that he's moving, like... the background elements, damn, like, reverse, you guys can't do this to me. And I think that a lot of these do have, I don't know if these do, but like a lot of these characters also have live 2D animations in game. I haven't been able to see those because I think I'd actually have to like get the game to do it, but all of these have some form of animation as well. When it comes to like splash art like this, something that the reverse team understands really well is contrast and composition. I've seen some splash screens for other gacha games where the character gets lost in the fucking sauce. You can't find them because the color schemes are too similar. And like, for example, I saw the one for Cinderella, or whatever her name is, from Silver Palace. You couldn't see the character in the splash screen at all. She got lost in the sauce completely. With Reverse though, they like to play with light and dark really well, and they contrast characters really well. So like this guy has a predominantly blue color scheme, so they made the background very warm, very reddish orange, stuff that makes it pop. Like they fuck with the lights, and they also set out the action very well. Like he's fleeing from something. He's like running out of like a burning building or near a burning building, you know? It's absolutely beautiful. My fingers hurt just looking at that. The amount of time that these takes to make is quite a bit, okay? They're beautiful pieces of artwork though, and you can tell they put a ton of love into it. Like again, I can zoom in way deep on these because I have like the high res versions. Look at this. Just so you guys can like appreciate the level of artistry that goes into this. Oh. Like the pose looks ready to jump into action. He's locked the fuck in. There's a lot of movement in the hair and in the clothing. The silhouette does a lot of work here. He's holding the sheath on one hand, on the sword on the other. Like, he's ready to fucking go, you know? A ton of movement in the character itself and also the background. This is where composition matters. And composition is one of those things that it's kind of hard to do. It's one of the hardest things you will ever learn how to do as an artist. But once you master it, all of your pieces will be bangers. All of them. I can't tell if it's fire or firebird. There seems to be fire around, but there's also other, like, little elements. Like, there's a little bird up there as well. Was the bird necessary? No. Is it cool? Yeah. Everything about Reverse is beautiful. Everything. He's very, very pretty. The outfit is stunning. And again, the use of contrast and color is phenomenal. Artist wet dream. This gave me art envy. And I'm like, why the fuck do you have art envy, you idiot? You want to work fast because you make comics. Absolutely gorgeous. The way that they render fabric is to die for pretty. There's an animal in every splash, actually. Yeah, there's almost always an animal in the splash art. Okay, so that was one of the new characters for 3.4. Let's see the other one. Oh yeah, you can actually play this on PC and mobile. We're gonna tackle these by version, by the way. We begin with paper, we continue with paper hair, and look at her. Oh, tell me that she's not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. I love the outfit! Oh, that's so cute! Another thing that they do really, really well is hair. You know, absolutely gorgeous hair rendering in general. I like this, though, because it looks pretty casual. Like, it looks like she's wearing, like, almost, like, her PJs with, like, a robe. But there's a very interesting asymmetrical element to this robe that, like, half of it is pink and half of it is, like, orange. However, I do believe it's, like, a fully tailored garment. Let me see some more details. Oh, is this the Ascended version? No, this is actually the normal version, not the Ascended one. Okay, yeah. So interesting for Paper Heron is that she has a lot of like chaos in the design, but the silhouette itself, it's pretty smooth, it's pretty easy on the eyes, has a really nice sense of flow to it. I like the origami accessories, definitely. Makeup is gorgeous, hair is beautiful. And the interesting thing about her garment is how it does, in part, like the orange sleeve, it seems to look almost resemble paper, or almost resemble origami, like cut up paper. We call that papel picado where I'm from, you know, in Mexico. So half of the jacket seems to be not on. I do believe the sleeve is actually behind her, if that makes sense. So she does have a full jacket. She's not wearing all of it. And if not, I think that the other half of the garment is this, like, orange, tailored, almost made out of paper vibe, you know? I think it's a full jacket. She's just being a goblin. Yeah, she seems to be wearing a sort of, like, smock underneath that has to, like, the orange and red ribbons. However, though, this is the type of thing that you can tell it fits into the character's motif as opposed to being what I like to call a distraction, right? So usually when asymmetry in character design, you kind of have to be careful because if you don't know where you're using things and why, you will just make a hot fucking mess. If you're making a character that requires asymmetry, really think about where you're going to put it. I think that that reverse, for the most part, really does think about these things because ordinarily, a design like this, if it was not thought out properly, I would be squinting at that orange shit like, why the fuck what? But there seems to be an origami motif everywhere on this character. And it shows in the sleeve, it shows in the hair accessories. Hell, even the orange thing goes down under the coat. It just keeps going, so it kind of completes the silhouette. And you can tell underneath the white smock that there is some wear and tear to her garment that looks like silk, by the way. That's actually fully rendered like silk. So this is one of the units where, at a glance, it might look like a character from ancient times, but the silhouette is actually fairly modern, you know? The silhouette itself is actually fairly modern. She's wearing a jacket and a shirt with, like, a very modern cut. Her skirt, though, is falling apart. Absolutely falling apart. She has modern shoes, though, for sure. It's a very interesting design for the most part because everything about it has like those angles and sharp corners that remind you of folded paper. And again, the name is Paper Heron, so it immediately calls back to origami. Like, look at this like little knife. I believe it's almost like a letter opener made out of like crystal. Oh god, that's so pretty. How in the fuck do you render shit like this? I need to know. And yeah, there's a very, like, loose, very casual vibe to this character, while at the same time having a very clear motif and theme. So yeah, if you're gonna do asymmetry, completely allowed, by the way, just think about when, where, and why to use it. Don't just put something asymmetrical in the thing because you think it looks cool. No, think about it a little bit. Does it fit the character's story, personality, theme? If the answer is yes, go for it. Sky is the fucking limit. But if you're gonna go for it, think about it and balance it, because the asymmetry here is actually fairly well balanced, mainly through color. Okay, let's see the Ascended. Oh, see, the Ascended actually goes to more ancient times, if that makes sense. The Ascended garment looks like it belongs in the past. Some of the Ascended are past versions of the characters, some of them are future ones. I'm not sure which is which in this case. However, look at how they use that orange sleeve and tied it together to the ancient outfit. That is gorgeous. The silhouette is a little bit more different. It's a little bit more formal. Still super fucking pretty, you know? Was it hotter with more clothes on? Because some of these outfits are actually tailored to be sensuality by use of the character's personality as opposed to just the outfit. It's a tricky thing to do, make something sexy while wearing a lot of clothes. But sexuality is a spice. If you use too much of it, it gets kind of boring. Just showing skin won't do it, chat. Some characters ooze sexy, despite being covered from head to toe. Others can be skimpy and they're still sexy. And then there's others that are basically showing you their entire whole and they're not sexy at all. Does that make sense? It's all in how you plan these things. Design with purpose. Design with purpose. Let's see some details. I love how they implemented that orange sleeve as like the one big accent for the piece. Look at her hair. Oh no, that's so cute. That is gorgeous. Like the coins that are like threaded into there, the cherry blossom hair stick. She seems to have like a sort of hat on the back as well. And here, the pink from her old coat is very much present. But they really toned it down and added a lot of red instead. A lot of red. And then that red really complements the orange in the sleeve that looks like origami. With this red, the orange sleeve does stand out just as much. However, it's a part of like the warmer color scheme as opposed to just being like a random thing that's thrown in there. The waistline is beautiful. We use the cool tones really well, like those whites, very, very nice. And that little like splash of teal at the neckline, absolutely stunning, gorgeous design. It's so, so pretty. And again, I like how they use the orange, I do. They also added some orange onto the other side just to balance it out a little bit. And underneath the red layer of the tunic, it's right here as well. So this one is more like, and it's a little bit less tattered. It seems a little bit fancier. It's more balanced, but like we're balancing through color, if that makes sense. I think that's a canon look that she has in ancient China. Yeah, remember that there's time travel shenanigans in reverse, so like they do a lot of fashion history stuff. Beautiful boots. The boots still have a modern flair to them, but the pants don't, so they can actually hide pretty well. Let's see the big splash screen. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, the lanterns and the big goldfish, and she's so pretty, and that is stunning. That is so gorgeous. I am kind of obsessed with how this is composed, because even though the color scheme for this is, like, super warm, she still very much stands out. A way that you can do this is by, like, just fucking with color saturation a little bit, so the background is a little bit more desaturated right behind her, and then the colors kind of, like, flare out the further away from the character that they get. I would hang these up in my house. I would put these in my house as, like, art. I would be like, hey, like, Reverse, can I have a print of this? And I would just put it in my office. Of, like, the tarot cards specifically, because they do make those. It's an absolutely stunning piece of work. Let me see some details. Like, she's just fishing very nonchalantly on, like, the dock with, like, a little tree. She has, like, her hat. The silk fabric has some transparency to it. Very playful. Very, very pretty. Incredibly gorgeous face as well. Excellent use of color and lighting all throughout. And, like, even the stuff in the foreground frames the character. If you're gonna make an image that's, like, this busy, and you want to use it as, like, a splash screen or something, make sure that the character is framed. That's another composition thing. That the focal piece of this artwork has to be the character. And in this case, it is. Please gotta put them in her goon cave. You mean my office? The smile is adorable. It's an absolutely gorgeous character. And a beautiful piece of work. And I love the goldfish motif throughout. Because, like, orange is, like, her one big accent color. So it's nice to see it in the rest of the picture, if that makes sense. Even the paper lanterns have texture. It's incredible. I have to know. Like, I really wish I could pick the brain of the artist that does their work for Reverse. Like, how long does it take to make these? It has to be, like, weeks. Like... And that's the cool thing is they don't do versions that often. So when they do new versions, they usually only do like 2 characters and a bunch of skins because these take a while to make. So I have to imagine that they put all of their oomph into making sure the artwork is as high quality as possible. The game is just pure art. Why do you guys think I like it so much?
Lily G. Bongo.
Thank you. Even with a team, I can't imagine it taking less than 2 weeks. This shit takes a while. It does, because it's digital painting.
She is an immortal Taoist, and her arcane skill mainly focuses on paper-cut figures and talismans. Also, the knife is actually a broken magical sword.
That is actually super cool. Thank you. No, the artists probably know about fashion history and about how fabric works and is painted. Yeah. Okay, so these are the 2 new characters for 3.4. Let's move on to the skins, because they always have at least 4 or 5. Oh, wait, no, there's another character in this version. All right, let's see it. Reed, oh, she's so cute. This is like an aggressively 70s fucking silhouette. No, dude, that's so precious. 4-star character, 4-star character. So this is Reed, and I can tell you immediately that I can tell that she's from, like, the 70s for sure. Because A, bell bottoms. B, look at the hair. The hair is fluffy. There is some hairspray in there. She has, like, a really cute big jacket. Very, very bombastic. I love the lace on the jeans and on the blouse. She looks so cute. And, like, the cool thing about Reverse is, like, if you would have told me this was a 5-star, yeah, I would have believed you. Because, again, everybody gets the same level of love and quality in this game. Yeah, flared fucking jeans, adorable boots, great jacket. What is she holding? That seems to be like some sort of book or notebook. And she has like a bunch of like equipment with her, big bag, a lot of scrolls of paper, and a very cozy jacket. Let's see some detail. Oh, this is like, oh, why is she crying? Oh no, or wait a second, is her skin paper? Is she made out of paper? That is fascinating. That is so cool. She's like an origami character. She's literally, oh, the thing I thought was lace's paper. Oh, that's amazing. That is so fucking beautiful. So she's wearing normal human clothes, but to like sell the fucking fact that she's made out of paper, there's paper everywhere on her person. Dude, the rendering on the skin is criminal. How the fuck do they make that? The eyes are drawn on. Same with the hair. That's so creative. That is so fucking insane. That's so cool. Paper, like a paper girly pop in like a very 70s outfit. That is amazing. That is an insane show of creativity. It's like, how do we make someone who's made out of paper without making it like crystal clear that they're made out of paper? Put it in the details. Yeah. Like the hair is paper, the eyes are drawn on, the mouth is drawn on too. Like, it's like origami. Like her outfit is full of paper. Tickets, postcards, paper roses on her bag. Rolls of paper, like, the outfit isn't actually paper itself, but there's paper elements in it, which actually does a lot to tell the story. And, like, I love Reverse 1999 because I never would have been able to tell if I hadn't zoomed in. It's an adorable design and so fucking creative. Holy shit. I almost forgot that this was a game with a fucking talking apple and the shard of glass. How did you forget that Sputnik is a character in this game? Like, mama, there's a character in the game that's just a satellite. Her hair's actually reed plants. Oh, that's so cool. The detail gained from zooming is will never not amaze me. Again, because I got high-res images of everything! They're so heavy, though. Each one of these is like 30, and then, like, the fucking splash screens are like 60 megabytes of fucking file. Her gameplay mechanically is literally burning and then withering away for a buff. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, she has another image, though. Okay, so the Ascended and the splash art is the same for this character, just like the splash art has a little bit of a background, so we're just gonna use the splash art to see the Ascended look. Let's see it. Oh, she's so pretty. A thinking reed, get it? It's a pun. Like, there's, like, reeds in the background that's super pretty. She's still very, very much a plant. The outfit actually doesn't change that much. She just has, like, a fur collar, and the sweater she's wearing underneath is not orange anymore. And she has some hair accessories. Let's see them. And she's happy. Oh, see, like, the leaves growing out of her hair. I am obsessed with the detail that this bitch is made of paper. Obsessed! Just when I think that they can't fucking surprise me more. No, they do it. Yeah, reeds is actually what they used to make papyrus from back in the day. That's, you can actually make paper from these. I like the fluff, the, like, reed fluff everywhere on her outfit, too. Like, it's on the collar of, like, her jacket. It's in her hair. So, so cute. This sweater looks so comfy, too. And I like that her face is, like, sketched on. Absolutely sketched on. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those people that do, like, paper craft. I had a friend in Mexico that liked doing it, that, like, they basically fold paper in strategic ways, like origami, but to make characters. That's basically what reed is, I think. Yeah, the hair looks like the leaves. The eyes are sketched on, same with the brows. The eyes are actually drawn onto the glasses, no way. Why do these always make me feel so talentless? Because they're made by ridiculously talented people. Don't worry, they give me artist envy, mama. Like, this is a level of skill that is godly, honest to God. Let's scroll down a little bit so we can see a bit more of the background details. Yeah, she still has, like, paper clips and a bunch of paper everywhere, but, like, now there's, like, green accents all over the place. Like, the reed leaves is, like, an accessory on her pants now. The roses are gone, and she just has, like, some bottles. There's, like, beading on her jeans. Super cute. That looks like a reed. And she still has, like, the same flared pants. But, like, the background is called... It just says a thinking reed. It's like a book. That's so pretty. She's so pretty. I love this game. I really do. And that was the 3-star in this patch, actually. So now we can actually move on to the skin. I was not, like... I was surprised that there was a 3-star in this one. I was surprised it was such a good design. This could have been a 5-star for me. Horopedia. We begin with skins for Horopedia. Let's see this. Okay, it's giving, like... old school, like, Chinese alchemist or pharmacist, almost. 4-star. Another 4-star! The wuxia patch. Yeah, this is very, like, ancient China coded. I really like this, though, because it's so bright and so colorful. This is, like, a sinister-looking fucking weeb. That mask is, like, it looks like a chameleon, doesn't it? The mask is insane, but, like, I want you guys to pay attention to the details in color. That, like... It's mainly a very dark blue, kind of desaturated, with some white accents here and there. But then, like, the really bright colors, like the pink and the green, are almost toxic. And, like, look at his hands, you know? Like, his hands have, like, tipped in black. Like, something about him is a little bit sinister, which I've always liked. Corbedia is a 5-star, yes, I know this. It's actually gorgeous. And then, like, if you zoom in on his hands, I think you can see that, like, if they're either stained with something or they've always been that way. Look how, like, sinister my boy looks. Like, yeah, the hands almost look like dipped in ink. Absolutely gorgeous. He's got some gold bells. I love the mask, and I also like the hair bun a lot. Evil advisor vibes. Yeah. He's giving, like, evil advisor vibes. Like, his clothing, interestingly enough, almost seems to be alive, but it's such a, like, subtle detail that you would not really notice it unless you zoomed in. It's, like, stained in the white places. Like, he's wearing, like, darker fabric, but, like, the white bits of the fabric are stained. Is it ink or blood? Yes! He has, like, talismans all over his person. His robes are, like, broken on the bottom and also seem quite stained. And his shoes also a little bit dirty. So, like, there's something very sinister about the skin, but I love how it looks. Like, half glasses, like a fancier monocle. It gives, like, Jafar vibes. This guy is definitely giving, like, evil advisor. For sure, you know? Evil advisor to the Emperor that is trying to poison the Emperor and take the throne. Like, don't fucking trust him for a minute. I don't fucking believe him at all. Yeah, like, the talismans have neon green writing on them. There's very, very bright pink accents. Like, the mask has a lot of green in it. And the silhouette is, of course, phenomenal. It conveys so much with so little. Again, I love this game. The embroidery. The detail in the fabric is insane. This man speaks in lies. Yeah. Absolutely, and these also always have splash art. It's like a relaxed sort of evil, believes himself in control no matter what. There's, like, those are my favorite types of villains. The ones that, like, your plan is falling apart, and then he just scoffs at you and leaves. That's, like, the vibe, you know? Like, no, his plan is actually not backfiring at all. It's gonna backfire against you. Royal Vizier, that's the vibe. That's the vibe, especially with, like, that mask and, like, the robes like that. But, like, then you look closer and it's, like, stained and torn. It's like, huh, he's a mean bitch. He looks like a mean bitch, but I like that. I like that. That's a vibe I enjoy. Let's see the splash screen. So basically, Yzma. Yeah, but I don't think that this guy would tell you, like, it's not my fault that you were born. What was it? Peasants! I don't think that he would say that to you. I don't think you can fix him. It's such a neat fucking detail for the silhouette. Holy shit. And again, the fabric looks weathered and torn in very specific places, but like if you look at him from far away, it's like, oh yeah, Royal Vizier, like a sorcerer, he's helping. And then you get close and it's like, oh, I really, really like the hands as well. Look at okay, first of all, Noroi. Noroi, I'm sorry. If you go in there, you're getting cursed. Like, you're not coming back out without something attached to your soul. Like, you cannot fucking tell me that this is not a cursed-ass temple. Like, Noroi, but pretty. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Like, I love the shades of green that they use, like the washed-out stone, like the growing wildlife around it. But you cannot fucking tell me that if you go in there, you're not coming out without some sort of curse attached to you. Yeah, yeah. This man is haunted, or he will haunt you. Yeah, like, it's so beautiful. I love how the character is framed. The open door in the back that makes it seem like he just came out of that tomb and he's gonna come get you, you know? Are you sure he's not the curse himself? He could be. He probably could be the curse himself. He's coming out of that yee-ass Noroi space, so it's very likely that, that he is the curse. Look at all the details in the background, though. Like, the trees are growing out from, like, behind the doorway, the ones that frame him on the side. And again, composition. Composition is everything, because everything frames the character. Everything. Like, the fucking columns on the door frame him, the open door frames him, and then just, like, the actual frame of the door just makes him stand out. Also, like, the stairs give him, like, something solid to stand up on, and add a little bit more pizzazz that he's actually existing in a space. Let me actually, like, see some details. How is he hiding his hands? I think he's hiding them in his sleeves. Very common in, like, ancient China. If he's the curse, he can curse me anytime. Chat, no! Look at that. He looks, like, so serene and so happy, but you can't see the fucking ink-stained hands and the very much for sure curse that is in that temple. I am sorry, but, like, I see something in those shadows, and I don't want to know what it is. Like, he's just stepping down, ready to ruin someone's day, but, like, it's a very, like, subtle type of menacing, you could say. He's just like, ah, yes, we're fine. And then, like, the statues on the top. That's not at all fucking menacing, chat. Yeah, there's a giant Buddha statue in there. It's just framed by nature, but I like that they made the background almost like monochromatic shades of gray. You can really see like the differences in tone and how they painted it when you zoom in. But from far away, it's just like shades of like grayish green. He does have a mark on his neck, indeed. Yeah, and he has some marks on his hands as well. He's hiding something. I like how we all decided that he's shifty. They did not have to go this hard on a free skin. But like, that's reverse 1999. That's what they do. They just fucking pop off, and their artwork is so stunning. He looks kind of like a sneaky ratty man. Yeah, has Ratman energy. Again, like, I love the bells and all the talismans. Like, why do you have those? Like, oh, to ward off evil. Are you sure that the evil is not you? And a very serene facial expression as well. He does not at all look menacing, but the aura is sinister, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's nothing we can trust here, chat. I'm sorry. Like, you know how you, like, fucking sometimes you meet someone. You're, like, hanging out with people. And a group of friends, and they introduce a new friend, right? Tell me if they haven't had this happen to you. And it's like, oh, this is my new friend, X person. And, like, immediately the person gives you shifty vibes. But, like, no one else notices it except you. And you're just like, for some reason, I don't like you. Because, like, they look nice, but something about them is, like, shifty, right? The vibes are off. And then it turns out that a few months later, they're, like, a terrible human being. That's the vibe. That's the vibe with this character. It's great. It's beautiful, though. Okay, more. Liang Yue. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh! So the vibe for this version was definitely, like, ancient China. 1,000,000,000%. Look at that. Look at how good the flow for this is. Look. Like, the dangling tassels, the flow of, like, the overcoat, the dress, the jewelry. Her face is just so cute, too. I actually really like the weapon. I like that we have, like, one glove and then no glove on the other hand. But, like, it's such a, like, neat little asymmetrical detail, though. The turquoise with the orange. Yeah, it's very nicely balanced colors because, like, the shade of turquoise is a little bit darker. than the orange. The orange is a little bit brighter, and the orange just makes the waist just like snatched, you know? Absolutely fucking annihilated, snatched. The skinniest waist you're ever gonna see in your life. I want to see her face because I actually really love the way that they do faces in this. She looks like a doll. Oh my god, the hat, that's not her, that's not a hat, that's her hair. I was like, oh, the hat has little horns, that's her hair! That's so cute! I love me those old-timey Chinese hairstyles that you needed a hairpiece to do. You can't do this with just your normal hair. Like, they look like horns. And look how gorgeous her eyes are, please. Like, the detail on the eyelashes, the little baby eyebrows. Like, ugh. It's not a hat. It's one of those hats that, like, for some reason, your entire, like, bald patch would be exposed if you wore that outside. But, like, you still have it still has a brim, so your forehead is protected. A nice little detail that they added is that they have, like, steel, like, little steel panels on the outside of the hat. They're just, like, threaded through, and they match the ones on her necklace. Like, I'm pretty sure that they're supposed to be ears. Yeah, but, like, they look like cute little horns. I love the hairstyle for this. That's so cute. I think that, like, does she have, like, scales coming out of the back of her head? Am I insane? Oh, it's a hair accessory. Oh, that's so pretty, though. And look at the embroidery on the collar of the coat, please. They draw it like actual stitching, and every time they do it, it reminds me, like, God, I'm gay. Jesus fucking Christ, that's such a beautiful detail. The shinies on the jewelry, the jade, like, little creature on there, like, oh. The fact that the fabric does deadass look like silk. Again, the devil is in the fucking details. The patterning, the details on the sword, the gloves. She's wearing armor. I actually had not noticed that she was wearing armor until we zoomed in. She's wearing, like, little plated, like, Chinese armor. That is so gorgeous, like leather. And, like, the big coins, the colorful ribbons, the boots, like, oh. Why do they go so extra on this? Because they have no chill, and I love them. Go play Reverse 1999, seriously. Like, it's the type of thing that, like, you wouldn't notice it, right? From far away, but, you go in and then there's just so much love and so much detail in this. The sense of flow is phenomenal. The silhouette does, like, 99% of the work on this. I love it. I love Reverse 1999. These reviews are just me singing their praises for, like, 2 hours. It's a shame that you won't see such embroidery in these days. You can still find it. You can actually go to a lot of places in Southeast Asia that will make garments like this for you, but you have to get them tailor-made. Put it on the tab. I don't know if I would get this skin, but I definitely love all the artistry that went into it. Oh yeah, like, the sleeves are really nicely draped. I like the coins. I like that they're tucked into the gloves. Very, very ethereal, very elegant, very graceful. This shit's gonna be expensive. If you want good fabric, it might be, but you can still get stuff like this. You just have to know where to look. Reverse 99 is a gacha, yes. I wish we had the option to zoom in the game, honestly. It's not there on PC, at least. Again, I got very lucky that, like, the devs liked the videos, because they're like, do you want, like, high-res images of everything? And I was like, yes, bitch, please. Because I actually get to obsessively study the detail here, and I think that, like, that makes all the difference in making these designs go from good to absolutely phenomenal. Everything about it is just great. And they also, like, show the pattern, that pattern, this. That is basically what happens when you weave pattern directly into silk, I believe. That's not stamped on, I think. That's a traditional weaving technique that actually weaves the pattern into the silk. It's insanely difficult to do shit like this. Like, and everything about it is just artistry.com.org. How does the artist do it? Patience. A long time, probably. Okay, let's see the splash screen for this. Oh, dear lord. Look at, like, how dynamic these are as well. Like, they're very rarely straight square compositions. Like, Horrorpedia had a more straight square composition, but for the most part, they like to play with different angles and backgrounds and light and color. And look how nicely the character is contrasted here. This background looks painted. Not like painted like, oh, the artist painted. No, it looks like a painting. It's like, yeah, it aura so hard. Like, oh yeah, like there's like the silhouette, like the gold in the background looks like a spirit. I think it's like the creamture on her necklace. It's a pity as a gacha they could sell people on this art. They really could. They really, really could. Like, I would buy the artwork for this game in a heartbeat. If there isn't one already. Because yeah, it's so stunning. So stunning because I just love it. I would pay for a poster of this. If they made like prints of this shit, I would buy them all immediately. Yeah, the composition is immaculate. Look at like the figures framing her as she's about ready to strike. The actual like golden spirit that's like standing on her shoulder, a hand on the sword, also frames the character really nicely. The background is a like nice deep shade of blue, really contrasts nicely with the white on the dress. Nothing is out of place here. Everything feels like very much intentionally placed. You know? Like the flag is like the top of the image, and then the bottom is just like water, super beautifully put together. And again, if we zoom in more detail, like the creature on her necklace is actually this golden spirit that seems to be protecting her or will aid her in her battle as things charge towards her, you know, like shadows, mythical beings. And there's just such nice movement to the whole piece. Great sense of flow. Like the ribbons almost melt into the sky because like they look like the ribbons on the flags in the background. It's just it's lovely. It is lovely, and I'm gonna fucking cry because Reverse 1999 does this shit without even blinking every fucking version that they put out. And I'm just sitting here like, Okay, more. Noir. If you want another reason to like Reverse 1999, they do have some pretty cool disabled rep. They have some characters with like insane wheelchairs. I believe that this version of Noir is again ancient Chinese coded. Normally, I think the wheelchair she has is more modern. Mima. I don't know if she's grandma or not, but she definitely has a vibe, you know. I like it though because they actually like aged back the wheelchair. It's all solid wood now with like metal framings. The outfit is also very much like grandma coded. She has like her robes and then like a little like checkered pattern on one of them. The chair has a lantern on it as well, so she can use it at night. She's in her 40s. See, that is not a gilf. Yeah, she has like little puppets that push the chair for her. And it's just really nice to see them using disabled characters, if that makes sense. Not a lot of gachas do that. I find that Reverse does that pretty well, and they always give them like their own unique takes on it. Like, it's disabled characters without being like the disability is not the only thing the character's about. They all have like good stories from what I gather. Let me see some details. This is gorgeous. The studs on the wheels look like it would be bumpy. I think that's more so the wheel has a better grip on the ground. It's kind of like how tires have like little grooves and markings in them, so they don't just like slide right off. There's a crossbow on that Amber's. Oh yeah, she's armed. Yeah, the quilted overskirt is really, really charming. I love the combo of colors. Like orange and teal is such a fucking good mix. The fur like lining is super pretty. Hair is gorgeous. I'm actually gonna see some details on the face as well because you guys know I really like them. Like, oh, woman. And she has her little puppets as well, which are very, very sweet. That earring with like that one long tassel is everything. Yeah, there's like spikes for off-roading and like a lantern. That is so beautiful. Yeah, gorgeous face. She's hiding weapons in there. Mama, she is hiding weapons in there? Like, I love those little subtle details that they do with these characters. It's like, yeah, no, she's in a wheelchair. She's gonna fuck up your shit anyway. Like, look at the textures on the wood and like the wheels, the little puppets that are like pushing it for her. Those are like made out of wood completely. The way that like she's seated is very much the way that like someone who can't really use their legs is seated. Like normally when your legs are like limp, your toes will point down instinctively. I like it though because we have like a really nice dark teal overcoat with some fur, and then teal tunic that's hiding fucking weapons in the sleeve. And then the overskirt is just like this gorgeous quilted pattern. It's giving Meemaw, but that face is not giving Meemaw. That face is not giving Hag, mama. And it definitely like shows that there's way more to this character than just the wheelchair. And it's just details that they hide in the artwork, which I never get tired of looking at. I never get tired of like going in, zooming into the reverse artwork to just find that little extra oomph that they put into these characters. She doesn't need to outrun you. She can outlast you. I mean, she can outrun you if she has puppets and a wheelchair, like. He moisturizes really well. 30-something-year-old woman. Yeah, like, this doesn't look like a gilf. I'm sorry, this is not a meme. It's a stunning character, beautiful silhouette, really, really great take on a disabled character as well. Because, like, I like that they use I like they use, like, the, you know, disability, but they don't just make it that's all the character is about. Sometimes when characters have, like, special traits like that, the writers tend to, like, only phone in on that, and that gets really tiring really, really quick. If a character's whole deal is I am in a wheelchair, that shit gets boring. But, like, if it's like, oh, I am a theater puppet master that happens to be disabled, that tells me a lot more about them than just the chair does. Especially she can roll on me. No! No! Why would you want her to roll? Like, do you want her to, like, step on your feet? Like, character who is disabled versus the disabled character. Exactly, you don't want the disabled characters. A character who happens to be disabled. An aspect is better. Yeah, and this is actually a very common pitfall that a lot of people fall into when writing specific types of characters. You see it a lot, but when done properly, it just makes for more interesting people. That's what I call, quote-unquote, woke, the inclusion, where the character is a single trait that it's the entire personality. Yeah, that's actually the problem with what a lot of people would call, quote-unquote, woke writing, is that instead of writing a person that happens to have this trait, they write the trait and then the person around it, and that shit gets really, really tiring, because you feel like you're being preached at the entire time you're watching the show or the movie or whatever. The tokenism sucks. It's always so boring. You feel like you're getting scolded the whole time you're watching the thing. Would Garnet be an example? From Steven Universe, you mean? Garnet, I don't think is a token character. I feel like Garnet is actually written in a way that actually respects like a very like same-sex relationship, and it goes into like the fusion thing with the show. But if I'm talking about Steven Universe, that's an entire other stream, okay? Like, but no, I like this design a lot. Let's see the splash art. Oh, that is gorgeous. How the fuck? How do they keep doing it? The bamboo forest, like the little dappled sunlight, the little bits of like ruins around her. I also really like the branches in the foreground a lot because they add a lot of depth to the image. She has like her bird companions. And again, she be dangerous, right? I don't think you want to fuck with like the not hag in the wheelchair because yeah, she will fuck you up. I also like that they made the wheelchair fairly big. I feel like if you're gonna do like fantasy wheelchair, make it huge. Make it gigantic. Make it like a big like fucking part of the character design. Like don't overpower the character itself, but like make it big. You know? I love the different shades of green that they used here because they really look really nice against her dress. And also you will notice the area around the character behind her, it's like a much lighter shade of blue. It's desaturated. That way you don't lose them. Again, I was kind of like bummed when I was looking through some of the splash screens for Silver Palace because the beta's out. That I lost the character. I completely lost the character in them because why? Because they didn't use contrast at all. It was just like a sea of orange and panties. Mostly a sea of orange. But yeah, with this, I think that it very clearly shows where the character's supposed to be in the setting. Like, she's making eye contact with you, but mama, she's gonna pull a pin out of that sleeve and right in the eye. You know? Oh, and the birds are mechanical. The birds are puppets as well. See, things you don't notice at a first glance, and then when you go into, like, all the details of the image, it's like, oh, fuck, really? Like, my beautiful brick. She's not a brick! Absolutely stunning design, great use of contrast and composition, beautiful face, gorgeous hair, and I like that they really went ham in on the puppetry thing. Oh, they are automatons. Yeah. I think that her thing is, like, making puppets. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it just has, like, such a serene vibe to it. Like, that's the thing about the character that I think is best conveyed. There is an air of serenity to her that if you look closely, it's like, oh, danger. But for the most part, she seems like super nice and very peaceful. She's like a puppet theater master. And I like that they put that stuff in the character's design. Again, when you're designing with purpose, you tend to get really cool stuff like this because you're thinking about what you're doing. Hi! Controls puppets, which are used for, like, special effects. I love that. It's just a gorgeous piece of work, honestly. What do the words on the ground say? I don't know, because I don't think I can read the... I can't read Chinese or... Wait, they seem like more like runes. But yeah, no, I can't read those, but they definitely do say something, you know? Okay, more. I love Babushka. Look at her! Look at her! She's so cute! I really like this because it's like a good combo of like ancient Chinese with like modern silhouettes. Dude, look at her. She's so... the face that she's... Oh my god, doll. Put this one on my tab. This is so fucking precious. Like, the color balance, the insane jewelry, the cute mini skirt, the grippers, the sniffers. The sniffers are out and they're so cute with their little jewelry. And she's also like holding a bird. Like, her hair is so fluffy. It almost looks feathery, you know? The tab has only had like one so far this time. Like, why do I get innocent monster vibes from her? Because that's kind of her thing, I think. I really like the bird, and I like the headdress a lot. Again, use of color is phenomenal because it's like shades of pink and green that go really well together. And then they put like green accents all over it, which also looks really nice with that pink. I think it's good that they went with silver for the jewelry because it matches her hair, you know? This is like such a cute skin too. The design is actually really simple, very simple silhouette, but if we zoom in, I can guarantee you there's way more detail in there than what it looks like. Yeah, see, like, the beading, the etching on the silver, the amazing, like, the under-eye circles, beautiful eyelashes, like, wispy hair. There's, like, bells in the bandana, like, from far away, it just looks like a really cute, like, outfit that's, like, supposed to be a reference to an ethnic group in China. And then you zoom in and it's like, holy fucking detail, Batman. Why are there so many beads? There's engravings on the coin. There's embroidery on her tunic. She has like another necklace underneath the tunic as well. The bracelets seem to have embroidery on them as well. Look at the little bird. Super pretty. Absolutely gorgeous! Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think that this character specialized in shadows. So that's a little shadow bird that she's holding. Look at that. God. The like little red accents that really tie in with the pink, the braided like metal, like, ooh. And she also still has shadows on her outfit. You'll see them on her skirt. They're very well hidden. It's not stuff that you would notice from far away, you know? Stunning. And she has like her little flute. She was like, I think that when I read the character details for this, the Pied Piper was her thing. Oh, Sneefa. I love her. A lot of the characters in Reverse are like based off fairy tales. I think this one was like the Piper, you know? Super fucking cute. But it's a great take on the character because she's kind of like vampire coded, but not really. Like shadows are more her thing. The shadow children, the tiny shadow people. I think it's such a neat detail to add on to like the outfit that she has like she has shadow things, but very little black on the design. Yeah, and again, you look at this shit from far away and you're like, oh, that's pretty, but then you zoom in and it's like, yeah, vampire daughter. Yeah, the flute is to control the shadows, indeed. I remember because this was one of like the first streams I did with Reverse where they actually gave me a ton of character info and like the lore and things. It was really fun to go through them. So yeah, I'm so glad she got another skin because she deserves it, baby girl. Yeah, she's LARPing as a vampire. She's not a vampire. I do remember this. But yeah, beautiful color scheme, really nice, simple silhouette. It still very much stays on her theme, and I really like the ethnic Chinese references in this outfit. And she has like her little shadow bird too. I also really like her face. Like, I think that she's one of the ones that is more young character coded. They have like a bunch of different ages in Reverse 1999. Another cool thing about them is that they do have children characters, but they have children characters of both genders. So you see little boys as much as you see little girls in Reverse. And you also have like characters that are more on like the teenager side, like this one, who definitely does not look like a grown-ass woman, but she's not a baby either, you know? So it's really fun to see all the different skins that they make for this game. Let's see the splash art. No, I haven't got to Ramona yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. She's in a different, she's in like a fucking 3.5 or... Oh, shit! For a character that deals with shadows, she actually has a lot of light in her splash screens. Dude. This also looks like very traditional, like, wood carvings and stuff. Like, I see the fire in the background as well. And again, you don't lose the character here. If anything, the image is made to frame her, if that makes sense. Incredibly bombastic, super beautiful, great use of color. The composition is to die for, pretty, like... Yeah, burning bird. Look at, like, the blue and the pink accents in the background. And, oh, she's just rocking it, though. Meow. We found the trauma again. Fire! Absolutely fucking fire. It's really fun, though, because like, you still don't lose the character, despite the fact that there's so much going on the screen. Again, I would put these in my house. How have I not heard of this game before? For some reason, because Reverse gets kind of like buried under other gachas, but I can guarantee you, and I'm not someone that goes for gachas because I don't usually like them, and a lot of the times, character design in gacha nowadays usually disappoints me. Reverse has not. Reverse has done nothing but impress me with their character design work. I can vouch for this. I can vouch that most of these are actually incredibly well made, lovingly crafted, and actually, from what I hear, the story is fairly interesting. It just kind of gets buried under other gachas, if that makes sense. I wish it didn't, though, because I feel like there's so much artistry and passion in this one, it's not even funny. She's literally on fire. Yes, let me fucking get some details. Like, yeah, she's, like, playing her flute. There's so much good motion in, like, the hair and her hands. She's still deadpanning it, though. She's still very much deadpanning it, which kind of like her thing. Reverse is more like a visual novel with a gacha tacked on. Yeah, it's similar to Limbus in that sense. But unlike Limbus, which only has 12 sinners and a bunch of IDs, Reverse does have a lot of characters. Like, they do introduce, like, 2 characters per patch, I think. But they're crafted with a lot of love, which is why I like them. Look how nicely those oranges and the flames are playing off the pink and the tunic, please. Absolutely gorgeous. And then, like, the movement of her body is insanely beautiful. The action line is great. And then you see, like, the background seems to almost be made of, like, painted wood. There's, like, fire sneaking in, sniffer. And just, like, little figures in the background. It's stunning. Reverse is more of a classic gacha, but the art is immaculate. Yeah, sadly, the era of the PNG gacha seems to have passed, because most people would favor 3D. I do say that there is something to be said for the artistry of the illustrated gacha. I think you can put a ton of intent into illustrations, a ton. And a lot of these have live 2Ds, too, so, like, they're not, like, completely static. But I do think that this game deserves more love, which is why I make so many of these videos. 2D gachas have, like, their own charm, I think. Alright, more. Alright, 6. Oh. Another thing I like about this game is that the men are beautiful! The men in this game are just as pretty as the women, and there's such a nice ratio of, like, fellas to fucking girlies, which is great, because a lot of gachas nowadays, like, they're a boob fest. Like, nothing wrong with, like, a lot of women or whatever, but, like, when the ratio is, like, off, if it's more than, like, 60-50, I start being like, no. Because, like, I want to see both genders. I want to see how you can design for both. Look at this man. Look at this manimal. Man sandwich. It's giving, like, young wizard, the embroidery, the fabric, the draping, the collar, like, the beautiful long hair. The beautiful long hair. Okay, I can't. And then, like, the arm details in black with, like, the gold. He has, like, a lantern and a whacking stick, you know? They're actually good because they've been very consistent with their 1.3 ratio of men to women. Yeah, like, there's still a bit more women than men in this gacha, but there's consistently banger dudes. Like a Greek dude with a number name. They have a lot of those, yeah. The kid reminds me of Lucius Malfoy. Yeah. I like it, though. People like him in, like, his third skin. Dude, I want this. Like, I would put this on my tab. But, like, let's actually see his face, because I think that, like, there's so much, like, love put into, like, the rendering for this hair. Is that a sleeve or a whole arm too? We're gonna check that out in the details. It's likely a sleeve of sorts, though. Yeah, 2 of those. I want more. More! Give me more! Ah, the hair accessory. Oh, I love me a boyo who looks like a doll, barely emotes, but feels like an angel. The fucking, like, feathered silver hairpiece. The moonstone fucking silver necklace. The embroidery on this fucking jacket. It's a sleeve, by the way. It's a sleeve. It looks like fucking satin brocade. And there's a very, very heavy, like, lining on the neck. Those, like, fabrics that are, like, starched, almost. So, like, they're, like, stiff. You can do that, by the way. That has, like, really nice embroidery. The hair, though. You look straight out of Castlevania. That's a good thing. That is a good thing! I'm obsessed with his face. Hold on, like, Take this so androgynous is like a man and woman had a baby. He's actually not androgynous at all. The silhouette is very, very much a man. But the face is angelic. The face is like pretty boy. He still has like the sharp angles that more man faces tend to use, but he has very long lashes. They're blonde. His skin is very pale. His lips are very soft. So that gives him like a very angelic touch. But he does very clearly have a male figure. He has very broad shoulders. His waist kind of snatched, like narrow hips. That's usually the thing that make you tell if something is a man or a woman, is you have to look at the way that the shoulders and hips are drawn. The more androgynous you go, you kind of like rectangle the body a little bit more. There's like 2 reasons why you would draw like a body that's like a rectangle, right? The first is you are drawing a child. Usually children don't develop secondary sexual characteristics until they hit puberty, so they're kind of like rectangular. The younger the kid, the more blobby. And when you're drawing an androgynous silhouette, you don't want to be able to tell what gender they are. And keep in mind, I'm talking about androgyny like aesthetically. You usually like square the silhouette out a little bit more, and you make the face just feminine enough for people to question their sexuality. But yeah, like, look at this detail on this, please, God. The moonstone, the silver, the gold embroidery. Oh, but yeah, you can see he has a snatched waist and like fairly narrow hips. The cane, beautiful boots with a little bit of a heel to them, like absolutely stunning. And then like the balance of blues is great because there's like a little bit of a darker shade. Let's see the splash art. I am going to okay, I need to ask the devs this. Like, I am going to ask them if they ever plan on making a deck with when all the tarot card artwork is done, because I need it. I love tarot cards. I actually know how to use them. Like, I want this deck. Once they actually fit, I'm gonna be like, hey, are you guys planning on making a tarot card deck? Please say yes, because I want it. Oh my god, it's like that painting, like, Ophelia, I think, that, like, they're, like, drowning in, like, a lily pad. That's so beautiful. Ugh! My man! Yeah, it is inspired by the fate of Ophelia, I believe. The musical notes are to die for pretty. I love the lily pads framing the whole picture. His face is so serene. That is divine. Okay, that is the face of a man saying, take me now. And as a woman, I'm like, yes. And if I was a dude, I'd also be like, yes. Like, bisexual's fucking dream. Ah! Look at it! Like, that's a skin-tight black suit under there, chat! Of course, Mr. Horf's coming to do tarot cards. Yeah, and I could tell you everything about you if you fucking let me. Like, the sleeves. Even, like, oh my god, the distortions in the water. The distortions in the water, like, oh. They, like, this art is refraction. They have drawn refraction. How the fuck? That is so hard to do. So fucking difficult to do, chat. Like, oh. That is a level of skill that is like, no. How do they do it? I can guarantee you this artist has, like, at least a decade of painting on their book. It has to be. Like, it's way too perfect a fucking piece. Like, I would love to see just, like, a start to finish progress of how they make these. Because the amount of intent, of love, of, like, attention to detail, this is killing me how beautifully this is fucking made. The purple accents, the lily pads, the Art Nouveau frame, the fact that, like, he's, like, splot out in the water, like, oh, I'm drowning, but, like, take me now, daddy. Like, I need, like, oh, that's so pretty. I mean, they're casting literal magic in these splash arts. They might as well be. They might as well be. It's so gorgeous. I wanted to win with this guy. This guy is giving you bedroom eyes, chat. You're both bottoms. It would never work. I know. Okay, more. Tooth Fairy. Oh, I love this psycho. Oh my god, is she still psychotic? A little bit less. Okay, so Tooth Fairy, you guys don't know. Tooth Fairy actually has one of the most unhinged fucking, like, normal designs in this game. Because she has, like, heavy, like, braces, like, big headgear. And she collects teeth. She has, like, a ton of teeth. Because she, doesn't like the Tooth Fairies and she thinks that they're gonna steal all of her teeth, right? So she usually has, like, a really big, like, sweater and coat and looks kind of, like, deranged. This is, like, the pretty Chinese princess version of her, okay? Absolutely beautiful. I love what they've been doing with pink in this version, with, like, the pink and the teal. I'm kind of obsessed. It's a great color scheme, actually. Look how delicate that fabric is. The ruffles, the way it's, like, fluted, but, like, with big round curves, like, the silk underneath there. And then I think that she replaced her headgear with a veil. Let me see her face real quick. She wears glasses normally. Yeah, okay, so this is actually the not unhinged version of Tooth Fairy. If you see Tooth Fairy now versus the version that she usually looks like, it's like, who is this person? Like, I love this psycho. Like, I like the lunar moth on the headpiece so much. And I like that, like, we got rid of the braces of the headgear, doy. But we also put in, like, a metallic veil that would still technically protect her mouth, you know? Absolutely stunning. The eyes are so soft, so beautiful. The hair is rendered gorgeously. And, like, the more detail I see on the fabric, the happier I get. Like, it's, like, goes from, like, heavy silks to, like, very sheer, like, chiffons almost. Like, this is heavy silk with, like, good embroidery. And then we have, like, also, there's bug motifs everywhere on her. Like, these, like, gossamer butterfly wing patterns as well. Gorgeous. The, like, butterfly wing pattern on the sleeves, on the front of the tunic, and then she has, like, these, like, silver, like, woven silver ropes almost that end in tassels. And we go from, like, heavy silk to very light silk, right? And then it just ends in gossamer fabric, which is stunning. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the fuck you learn how to render fabric like this, and she's still, like, attracting Tooth Fairies. But, please give me your skills! Like, Tooth Fairy is such a weird character and I love her to bits, but I really like seeing that they're not immune to giving her very, like, ethereal pretty skins, you know? Her Tooth Fairies are more butterfly coat in this. Yeah, I could tell. They're not, like, gross fairy things. They're just, like, beautiful lunar moths. That's what those are called, by the way. She also looks like Shinobu from, KNY. Maybe? I think it's just because of the very serene vibe, and the color scheme is definitely very Shinobu. Not to mention the butterfly motif definitely does it. But it's so nice to see her in a non-deranged way. But at the same time, if you know, you know. So, like, it's like, I don't know how I feel about her having such a uniquely ethereal skin. The ult animation for the skin is one of the best ones in the game, in my opinion. Oh, now I kind of want to see it. She's a seamstress here, and she takes no shit. The robes on the floor feel like such a mess. Here's the thing, right? The robes on the floor draping, that was, I believe, if I am not mistaken, a status of, like, wealth. Back in the day, if you had, like, robes that draped all the way to the floor like that and a ton of layers, you were wealthy. Because, like, if you were a peasant, you were, like, working the fields or actually doing a trade, you could not have, things trailing on the floor because they were going to get dirty. If you were, like, a rich noblewoman or something like that, you could actually have those because they're not going to get dirty. You're, like, living in, like, a palace or something, you know? So their robes trailing down to the floor, it's a cultural thing that kind of, like, shows how things worked back in the day. And again, the study of fashion history in this game is absolutely insane because only they would fucking know when to use them. She probably still eats the fairies. Oh, yeah! No, completely. She's, like, the nicest mother in the whole game, Lily. Just because she hit a child with her car 2 times means nothing. Look! She's a psycho, but we love her. You also could, like, just afford to keep them clear or replace them. Exactly, yeah. And these were not, like, these are fabrics that back in the day it was, like, that you could get them and whatnot. But nowadays, if you want fabric like this, good fucking luck. all of the textile makers that made fabric like this, they're slowly going out of business because it's so expensive to manufacture silk like this. Nowadays, silk, and stuff like silk, it can't exactly be mass produced, but you can do a lot of synthetics. They almost always look cheap. That kid had it coming. No. My very creepy woman. She's an absolute psycho, but I love her, you know? Damn. Yeah. So, like, fabric like this, it's slowly dying out. I don't think it's ever gonna completely die out because there's still a lot of, like, fashion houses, like, you know, and I think that's, like, haute couture, which is mainly in Paris. You know the one, Chanel, Dior, all that jazz. They still use silk, but they use fabrics like that more for collections that are made for high fashion, and it's showpieces that can cost, like, $500,000 each. They're not meant to be worn for the most part. They are commissioned by wealthy clients to have, like, in their collections, or they're just part of their collections. It becomes niche. It becomes niche and it becomes true luxury. Like, thankfully, synthetic fabrics are getting better and better and better, but we're not quite at the point where they can mimic the real thing so well. Millionaires will always pay to look fancy, and a lot of very rich people still very much value the arts, but they want the super high quality stuff. All right, let's see that splash screen. Please don't eat any fairies. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Psychotic, but like, gorgeous. See what I mean? Like, there's like the silk loom in the background, this framing the character spectacularly well. The super dreamy vibe of the splash screen, the use of color, amazing use of shapes, like the squares everywhere. I love it. Like, yeah, the perspective work is also phenomenal. And she's still not getting lost in the sauce because they're using contrast pretty well, you know? Incredibly beautiful. Chef's kiss. I love that silk loom so much. Yeah, the strings that she's, like, has on her person. They become a part of the piece themselves because, like, you can see the same types of strings on the loom. And then coming into, like, the shadowy figures. Silk fabric everywhere. Textiles were, like, a big part of China's culture back in the day, so it makes complete sense to me that they would actually fuck with them for this one. It's incredibly dreamy, it's ethereal, it's beautiful, super graceful, and you would not expect it from the Tooth Fairy! It looks like an embroidery machine. This is actually a loom. It's actually a loom. A lot of the embroidery for stuff like this was done by hand. You can also weave patterns into silk. It's not easy, though. Why are these artists smoking to get these pretty pics? God, they're insane. I've said this before. Like, if you're gonna play Reverse 1999 for something, play it for the artwork. They deserve it. Like, dear God, this game has some of the prettiest artwork I've ever seen in my life. I have my tablet next to me. The need to download is very high. I do recommend it because the story is pretty fun and the character artwork is gorgeous. When I eat that outfit, it's so yummy looking. Fun fact, if you actually see a product that you want to eat that looks like appealing enough to eat, this was the issue with Tide Pods, that means it's well designed. When a person sees something and they want to, like, eat it, that means it's visually very appealing. The fairies are lunar moths, not silk moths. Silk moths are actually red and like brown. Let me see some detail on her face. Look at that. Fucking stunning. Holy shit. Absolutely beautiful. That's why I started with Reverse 1999 because of the art. The artwork is gorgeous. Like, I know it's not like the most well-known gacha out there, but I want more people to know about it because I'm obsessed with the art here. I want to buy this one. If you want to eat something, you see, like, a design, and that's why the Tide Pods had, like, such a hard time, because Tide Pods have really good designs. They look very appealing. You kind of want to put it in your mouth. Do not do that. Do not do that. Oh, it's so floaty, too gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. More. Keep in mind, I'm, like, 2 versions behind. Willow. Ugh. A goddess. Yeah. Also, tab me for Tooth Fairy and for this one. Put it on my fucking tab. I have a mighty need for the way that they draw textiles in this stupid game. Like, I see, like, is it, like, does it still have, like, a kind of, like, an underwater motif? It looks like draping seaweed, almost, in some places. The hair is so, so beautiful. Her silhouette and her body is so graceful. She's just standing still, being pretty. Okay? And then you go in, and the textiles have so much more to say about this character, like... Oh, it's coral and birds. Look at her face. She looks like almost dead. It's so gorgeous. The headpiece is made out of, like, a ton of birds and pearls in gold. Oh, fuck me up. Holy shit. And then, like, the rest of her accessories seem to be made out of, like, branches or coral, almost. And there's, like, birds, like, made out of, like, lacquer. I like that we have, like, very skinny use of fabric here. Like, very thin ribbons, very thin silhouette, gossamer fabric. It gives her, like, an otherworldly, ethereal look. Like, the off-the-shoulder, like, overcoat, like, robe that's, like, kind of slipping off. Like, the golden embroidery on her person. And the tattoos are also, like, done in gold. So fucking pretty. The fabrics also have, like, a real weight to them. You can tell that, like, the over-robe is very light. And then, like, the green stole is a little bit heavier, and the fabric is on the skirt is probably the heaviest. It's giving real melancholy. I'm obsessed with it. Just beautiful draping, and then, like, the embroidery on the coat goes from, like, gold-looking to almost silver as the light changes, right? Like, on the bottom here, it looks silver, but on the top, when the light is actually hitting her, it's golden. Yeah, absolutely, like, see-through sleeves, beautiful use of color. Again, I'm loving what they're doing with the pinks and the greens in this update. And then just a very dark skirt with, like, very noticeable gold patterns. I really like it, though, because from far away, it's just, like, ethereal mother goodness. And then from up close, it's like, oh, look at all the details. Wonderful use of repetition as well with all the birds, because I think that using repetition properly can do a lot for a character's design, especially if they have, like, a specific motif, which everyone in Reverse does. In Reverse 1999, every character has, like, an animal, right? So they tie into those when they design them. And they like to use good repetition when it comes to those. So, like, this one, the repetition is in, like, those little birds that she has all over her accessories. She's a ballerina that lost her leg, so melancholy is kind of her thing. Yeah, that's why she kind of looks a little sad.com.org. Yeah, this is, like, the Chinese, update, I think. Like, they always have, like, themes for these. Like, yeah, Black Swan. Very, very beautiful, gorgeous hair, beautiful deadpan face. Even the makeup is, like, very, like, on purpose, you know? Let's see the splash art. I'm so gay. Ah, that's so pretty! Oh my god, stop. Stop it. That, like, the window, the plants, the flow of, like, the sleeves. Like, she still very much looks like she's, like, dancing, even if she's not moving a ton, you know? That is so gorgeous, and the use of light is so beautiful. Disney princess vibes. Disney fucking princess vibes, I'm sorry, like... She's calling the birds to do her bidding! Oh, and the rainbow light as well. Stop it. Sniffa, I did not know. She wasn't barefoot in her normal skin. We took the shoes off. It's almost like she's the embodiment of spring. Like, I see snow melting in, like, the background around her. But, like, she's the light and the rainbow and the spring comes back. It's so cute. It's so beautiful. And then look at the hair. There's so much hair on this character, it's not even funny. It's just everywhere. She's, like, dancing life back into the forest, and I'm obsessed with it! Obsessed. She was barefoot. You saw the other one was, like, the metal from the prosthetic, like, oh.
So how much has Lily's mind melted?
Oh, I'm already there. Reverse does that to me. Their artwork is so beautiful. It was probably her prosthetic. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. It's like, no, she missed a leg. Yeah, did you guys ever see, like, Fantasia 2000? You know, like, that bit where, like, spring returns? That's what this reminds me of. It's kind of like when, like, spring comes out and, like, she starts, like, growing plants and bullshit. Yes, yeah. It's giving that vibe. It's so perfect. If I could have this in, like, 3D as, like, a snow globe, I would buy it instantly. I would, like, get acrylic stands of this. All of these. Or just prints for my office. It's so fucking pretty. I feel old, remember that one. Imagine how I feel. I was a fetus when I watched that. I was, like, dead-ass fucking tiny as shit when Fantasia 2000 came out. I was really pretty. And I watched that in theaters. I didn't appreciate it properly back then because I was like, you know, dumb kid. But like now, like older and wiser and with like a keener eye for animation, yeah, it's the tits. They do sell some of the acrylic stands. I know, I've seen them. I remember the first Fantasia Imagine being me. Haha, old. But this, like, skin has, like, such a good, serene vibe to it. And the color and composition is just to die for pretty. Dimne Princess. Especially with, like, the little purple flowers at the bottom and the little pink accents that frame the character really well. Really, really well. I have not seen that movie in, like, 20 years. Dude, it's old. Fantasia 2000 is 26 years old. And then the other one is even, like, 10 years older than that. I didn't know that Spanish was around the 1940s. Old, I am dust. We're all dying. Dimne Princess. I love her. Alright, now we're entering version 3.5. So new character time. Let's do it. Lawrence Butterfly. Oh my lord. Oh dear lord. Now, this one, I'm pretty sure it's a girly pop, but this is giving androgyny. This is that, like, fucking, like, straight pencil shape and the face that's, like, so gorgeous, but, like, is it a girl or a guy? That is so, so beautiful. That is gorgeous. Look at, all the ribbons, the flowing fabric. Like, rip my dick off, please. No! Wait, she's a sociopath. Well, sometimes you can't tell that from the fucking artwork, can you? This is actually, you know, gender fluid does not really, like, apply to the aesthetic. Gender fluid is more of, like, the non-binary thing. Androgyny, when you're going with the aesthetics, is the word that you should be using, I think, because when something looks androgynous, you're like, what is it? When something is gender fluid, you can dress up girly or very mannish, and you can pull both of those looks off. But with this silhouette, this is androgynous as shit. Like, let me zoom in on the face. Yeah. Like, her face is feminine, but it has a little bit of angle to it that would make you think, is this a guy? Now, I do see the boob on now, but they're very subtle, and they're kind of, like, hidden beneath all the hair, the rings, the golden jewelry. And I love this type of silhouette, because you don't see them done very often, where, like, you're seriously questioning, guy or girl, doesn't matter, fucking gorgeous either way. I really like the insane use of circles in this. Rings, golden rings, like the circles on, like, the bamboo things on her back. The loops of fabric, the loops of rope, like silver rope. It's a really nice bit of repetition as well. There's also a lot of, like, looping patterns on the coat itself. And not to mention, they're also embroidered here in this, like, very pale gold business. Very, very beautiful. Gorgeous shoes as well. Yeah, like, well, it is cinched at the waist. It's still a very straight silhouette, which is why I like it so much. It's very chaotic, but easy on the eyes. The reason why is because it has a good sense of flow. So when something tends to have a lot of detail, you have to be careful with the silhouette. Character design. 9/10 of the battle, chat, is silhouette. If you don't understand what the character is doing or what, like, their deal is, or it's very jagged and chaotic, you're gonna have a bit of a harder time. Unless the intent is to make the silhouette chaotic, in which case it's very much doable. Overwatch does it a lot. But with a good sense of flow, you can have an outfit with a ton of detail, but that also is very easy on the eye. So, like, the hair goes straight down into the sleeve, into, like, the pale gold bit on, like, the side of, like, the tunic/dress. And then on the other side, you have, like, the ring, which is round, which goes down into, like, the silver chains, and then, like, the fabric, you know? She's partially colorblind. That's why her color palette is mainly white. That's a great detail to actually add for a character that's partially colorblind. She also has gray eyes. And a very, like, just serene expression. It's really funny because you guys said psycho when, like, I first showed the picture of this character. But, like, I do think that it's in the face, you know? Like, something in her face is very, like, low-key kind of psycho. Also, good use of asymmetry here because she has a golden sleeve. And then the other sleeve just has, like, a big cuff, but you can barely tell because everything is just laid out together so well. She's actually Tooth Fairy level crazy, but, like, actually dangerous. He has murdered quite a few people. Little mean, still playable, though. Yeah, it's like a gorgeous, gorgeous design, beautiful hair, amazing character details, and this is just the base fit, mind you. We haven't even done Ascended yet. She does have, like, she's pretty, she's rich, she's a little bit of a bitch vibe to her, but I like that. Murder's irrelevant, we pull. Would you guys have pulled for this unit? I would have considered this. I like the design. The weird instrument thing of her has bewitched me. I don't know what it is, but I really like it. Like, absolutely gorgeous. I almost did. Yeah, I would have seriously considered this one because the silhouette is so nice. It's so charming. Let's see the Ascended version. Gag! Oh, this is high fashion! Oh, this is very, very high fashion. This is very avant-garde. See, this one is less androgynous, but still a little bit. The waist is still fucking snatched, but like it's still a little bit androgynous. You still don't quite know. That is a sculptural ass jacket. That is insanely gorgeous. Incredibly sculptural. Phenomenal draping. Beautiful use of fabrics. The color is insane. Like, we're on 3.5. Now she looks evil. Now there is a little bit more of a sinister vibe to her because of use of color. Yes, yes. We've cleared away a lot of those, like, beautiful, like, rings and half circles, but we still have a lot of loops in the actual design. This is the type of thing that you would see on a runway. You can still make this, by the way. This is actually still an outfit that you can make, but it's more runway ready as opposed to ready to wear. Kill me, I'm ready. No. Let me see some detail. I think she also has a headpiece now. Another one. Okay, yeah. The headpiece changed from just being a little circlet on the top of her head to, like, actually being around her ear and circling behind her. Look at the fucking details on this jacket. Look at that. That is fucking sculptural as shit. That is beautiful. She looks like a Salvador Dali painting. She looks surreal. The loops, the way that the fabric is put together, the way that it's, like, bunched up, it's draped, it's, like, stitched together. Oh, she deadass looks like a surreal painting. I love it so much. The diamond patterns, the way it's, like, folding around, the loopies, and the fact that, like, the bottom of the jacket looks like the cuff of a sleeve. And, like, the cuff of the actual sleeve for the coat, one of them, is, like, super sculptural as well. The gold is such a neat touch of color. She barely has accent colors. Her accent color is actually green, but it's the instrument that she has behind her. I am obsessed with this. Obsessed. This is, like... This is one of those designs that, like, it's almost mathematical in its use of patterns, you know? Surreal painting, yeah. I feel like Salvador Dali would see this and weep. And I like it, though, because her hair is very, like, straight, but the outfit is anything but. There's, like, a lot of motion to this. A great silhouette. Absolutely beautiful silhouette. You don't see pencil coats like this often nowadays, actually. Okay, splash art time. Oh, dear lord. This is, like, a Swedish architect's wet dream. Like... Mama, are you joking? Oh, it's almost cosmic. That is... Oh my god, that's so fucking beautiful. Woman, yeah. Like... I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need to have this coat made. Like... She's looking around and, like, oh, the actual headdress wraps around all the way back. She's, like, redoing her paperwork and, like, kind of looking at you, but, like... There's something very commanding about the character, if that makes sense. Like, she oozes aura. There's a lot. I love the broken 90s computers, side note. I like the way they rendered the fabric, too. It's, like, very shiny, very pretty. Her boots are gorgeous. And again, like, the whole vibe for her is super sculptural. Surreal. Abstract. Yeah, it's stunning. It's beautiful. Like, it reminds me of old, like, 90s wallpapers for computers. You know, the ones that were, like, animated? Those. Yeah, like, it's architectural in construction, almost, the way that, like, the outfit is put together. And then, like, the whole scene plays on contrast beautifully, because it's, like, black coat against mainly white background. And then the parts of, like, her hair that are lighter, like, you know, the blonde has a dark background. So you don't lose the character at all. There's another one of those old of how old people thought the future was going to be. It's called retrofuturism now, yes. But, like, yeah, back in the day, back in the 90s and 80s, this is what people thought the 2020s were going to be like. Unfortunately, no. Aesthetically, we're very boring, but like, this is what we thought it was going to look like. And man, was it awesome. 3D maze, shifting cubes. Yeah, those. Where are flying cars? Ways a bajillion years away. The flying cars are probably not going to happen, I'm sorry to tell you guys. It's so hard already to keep people on the road from killing each other. Imagine in the air. Oh, the architecture Batman is beautiful. So sculptural. So beautifully put together. And I like it because, like, I feel like there is no challenge that the reverse artists can't overcome. They're like, I need a character based off this concept, go, and then they just give you this. You know? It's like, okay, I can work with this, like, weird, surrealist, like, math thing. They just give you this. Beautiful. We have flying cars already. They're called planes. Yeah, but we don't have little ones. We should probably not have little ones. Again, it's so, like, easy to fucking get ganked on the road. It's more deadly to fucking get in a car than get on a plane. Why the fuck will we want flying cars? Let's just not. Okay, and that was the first character in this version. Let's see the second. Ramona. Look at her. Oh, she's so baby. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, she's so sweet. Is that like a Walkman that I see her using? I like this outfit because it's kind of giving me like 90s. It's giving 90s something awful, but it's also giving something a little bit older than that. I'm not entirely sure what year in fashion they picked for this, but like their silhouette has old and new in it. Is baby. I definitely love the vibe of this character. What is she holding a mop? Is that a mop? She's Mexican. Hey, really? I love that. That is so cute. Ramona is actually a really cute, like, Spanish name. The mop. Why don't we have a mop? Why do we have a... That's so cute, though. I really like the silhouettes for, like, the younger characters, because, like, they really like to play with baggy shapes, which makes them look tiny. Baby girl. She's, like, a crime scene cleaner and an exorcist. Oh, in Mexico, you got that a lot. Yeah, no, really. Giving the Latina a mop. No, I think that she used it for, like, justice, you know? Justice. The scarf is super cute. The color scheme is adorable. I like how they use the baggy fabric. I love the little, like, leg warmer / boot things that she has. 3.5 actually took place in Mexico City. No way. That's so cool. But yeah. I want to see a little bit more detail. Let's see her face. She's probably going to look like the cutest thing ever. Okay, yeah, no, I definitely see some Mexican in this character design because there's like Mesoamerican patterns all over that scarf. This one feels like a more modern day one because that mop is pretty modern. That mop is very like 80s, 90s, you know? Beautiful eyes, that like nice little droop, very pouty. Look at like the shirt falling off the shoulder. Her hair's actually much longer than it looks like from far away. I like it a lot. I also like how they textured the mop. She looks very eepy. Yeah, I like the jacket a lot as well. She's just so cute. It's a really interesting take on like a janitor that just gave her like a massive ass mop and called it a day, you know? 80s, 90s are like a little bit ish. I would say 80s, 90s is probably the vibe, mainly because of the fabric and the way that she's wearing her outfit. She sleeps inside graves. Why is she like this? But yeah, like the loose t-shirt, the jacket that's kind of like falling off, the gloves, like, and it looks like very modern synthetic fabric that almost looks like newish leather, you know? Oh yeah, she does have a radio. Is that like... No, güey, está quemando sábila, güey! No, yeah, she's a 1,000,000,000% Mexican. Va a ser una limpia esa madre. A lot of people, like, actually know that if you want to clean up a space, you can actually burn sage to, like, fucking, like, cleanse the space of, like, spirits. It's a very, like, common thing that they do in, like, limpias in Mexico, so I get it. Yeah, I see it. I see the vibe. I see the vision reverse. I do. Like, the big jacket that's fastened around the waist with that, like, that giant belt with the radio on it, the tassels, fabric is gorgeous, and it does look synthetic. It does look like the inside of, like, a parka. I like the massive sleeves in this outfit. No, like, the silhouette is actually great. It's very playful. She's living in the millennial dream because she owns that graveyard that she lives in. Why does she sleep in graves? Her home isn't a cemetery. Like, does she have, like, an actual house, or does she sleep in graves? And then, like, if you scroll down a little bit more, like, she has interesting shoes, I would say, because she has kind of, like, leg warmer thingies. How does the radio make her Mexican? The radio doesn't, but the burning sage does. She sleeps in the chapel. Oh! Her Uimo's a sort of squinkly. No, that's so cute. I love those. Those are fugly-ass dogs, but they're very Mexican dogs. So, like, we own those uggos, okay? Thems be the uggos of my country. Yeah, like, she has, like, some cool leg warmer type vibes here. Almost, also, thing I've just noticed, the white fabric billowing in the background, it kind of looks like a shroud. What you would wrap, like, a corpse in when you first get them, like, out of a house and something like that. I believe that is intentionally a shroud. Yeah. She speaks fluent in Spanish in her intonations and moves. I love it when they do that stuff, because Reverse also has a lot of different countries. Are those the dogs with the corded hair? They're, like, the dogs that are ugly as sin. Yeah, I feel like it's, like, a funeral shroud that she's wearing around her, like, shoulders and then, like, draping on the back. As long as people know not to dispose of it, I imagine a coffin would not be a bad place to sleep. They're not comfortable. They're like solid wood. They're just lined with fabric. Let's see the Ascended one. A coffin isn't comfy. I don't think you can actually be very comfortable in one of those. It's like thin fabric lining wood. What do you think would happen if Rhythm was Comedy met Reverse 1999? We'd get the most beautiful Rogia imaginable. No! Oh, the Dia de Muertos fate. Oh, that's so... Yeah. Yep, that's Mexico. One of the biggest things that... One of my favorite things about Mexico, and the culture of my country, it's the Dia de Muertos thing. I never actually took a part in the actual celebrations, because my family was Catholic as shit, and... the Dia de Muertos celebration is more of like a town thing. It's more of like a fusion thing, right? But my school always had an event every year where we could build altars and decorate them. Every grade could do it. And we got so many of those orange flowers. It was great. And also like the sugar skulls, y pan de muerto. Yeah, look at that. That is so cute. Like el cempasúchil in her hairdress, around her arms. Like she's still wearing the sage. She also has the flowers in her socks as well. What did she put on that mop? What is on that mop? I see blue on that mop. It's just such a great way to, like, incorporate the culture. I would love if she had, like, a sugar skull somewhere on her person. Maybe she does have to actually see the details. Oh, she has Katrina makeup. Very, very light, very subtle, but she does. So, like, they're using cempasúchil, but they're also using roses. The point of, like, the altar was to just put down flowers, offerings, like... Mexico's culture treats death as a celebration as opposed to just like a thing that's sad. And it's something that we only do like once a year, you know? But it's predominantly use of very bright colors, papel picado, a lot of orange, a lot of fuchsia, a lot of really bright teal. With Ramona, though, they kept the color scheme mostly desaturated and let a lot of the flowers do the talking, which I think is so, so neat. It's actually so cool to see my country represented like this, as opposed to just being the typical... Mexican person shenanigans. It's like, you guys know the type, right? There's always like when they make Mexican characters, it's either like cartel or fucking mariachi or some Mesoamerican thing. So it's nice to see a more modern take on the culture. I like to see the flowers. I like to see the engravings on like the mop. I love to see the embroidery on her scarf. And just in general, that the vibrancy of my culture and like Day of the Dead itself, you know? Mariachi Sinclair in the corner. Yeah, no, he did good. And, like, she has, like, embroidered flowers on her person. She's still carrying around that sage, which is really cute. We lost the big jacket, but we still have, like, the glove on one side. And the funerary shroud became un chal instead, you know? Yeah, like, Reverse really knows how to play with different cultures, and it's something that I deeply appreciate when they do. Oh, wait, they're overalls. The white stuff is, like, overalls. Okay, okay. Because it's just such a charming game, genuinely. And then she has, like, the tassels. It's just a touch of vibrant color, which really makes the character shine. This whole version took place in Mexico. I might actually have to look at the story for that one, just because of that, you know? Yeah, turquoise and orange, but, like, in this case, the orange is a lot more vivid, because it has to be. Like, the orange is probably the most important part of the Day of the Dead celebration. It's the flowers. We like them so much that we plant them in, like, the streets. If you go to Mexico City around the time of October, November, and you're driving through, like, Reforma, which is, like, our big main street, you will see those orange flowers. I believe they're called marigolds in English. Everywhere. They plant them. The government plants them every year for Day of the Dead, because everything has to be orange and gorgeous and beautiful. Also, get yourself a fucking pan de muerto. You will not regret it. Catrina makeup. I wish there was a sugar skull somewhere on this, but I don't actually mind it. They're deadly sweets. I've actually had them before. Like, just yeeted a whole one. Gorgeous character design. Let's see the splash art. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so cute. I love the implication that she's hanging out in a crime scene. I see, like, the body outline. I see, like, the numbers of evidence. And she's just dicking around, fucking exercising the evil spirits. And she's actually doing it in a way that, like, they look like the patterns on alebrijes. Alebrijes, I think, they're not exactly tied to Day of the Dead, but, like, there's kind of, like, spirit animal things that we have. Like, there's certain regions in Mexico where they carve them out of wood and they paint them in really, really bright colors. And they use a lot of patterns like these. She's so, so cute. She has, like, her sage to cleanse the space, but she's in a crime scene. The body outline is in the background. The numbered evidence, the others, like the plant that probably fell on a person. Oh, dude, no, the tiles on the stairs. That is the most Mexican thing I've ever seen in my life. These, like, tiles, the painted tiles on, like, the terracotta stairs, and the potted plants on the sides of the stairs, even though we know it's dangerous. Yeah, Mexico. Everyone knows a person that, like, if you go to, like, a more old-timey Mexican house, they have, like, plants that they put up the stairs. That shit's not safe. We put them there anyway because we think it's pretty, but it's like, dude, that shit's not safe. I love seeing what they've done because, like, these are, like, very traditional Mexican houses. They still exist. And in fact, fun fact, there's a lot of houses in the city that they just cannot take down ever. Can never tear them down because some patrimonios, like, they're literally part of, like, the city's history, so you cannot fucking touch them. Frida Kahlo's house has that vibe. Trip your ass in the dark. Yeah, no, you have to turn the lights on if you're gonna go anywhere in houses like that because, like, holy shit, there's plants everywhere. The soles of her boots are very designed. Everything about the character is very designed, and that's what makes Reverse such a good game, you know? Do the same with the Caribbean as well. All Latino countries have, like, their thing about their old houses that we like terracotta steps a lot. Colombia does it too. It's such a gorgeous piece of work though, and I love the patterns of, like, the spirit that she's, like, burning with sage. The attention to detail is wonderful. Why do you guys think I like this game so much? I'm so passionate about it. I want more people to look into it. And yeah, they fuck with a lot of characters with a lot of different nationalities, which I always find very charming because they always nail it. You can tell that they do their research. Like, as a Mexican person, as someone who is from Mexico, I appreciate this depiction of my culture immensely. I actually think they did a great job. Thanks to you, baby, has become my vocal stream. Oh no. I mean, you can see the dog silhouette in the background. Oh yeah, all the splash screens have animals in them somewhere. Genshin could never, like, I'm not gonna rag on MiHoYo too much, you guys know what I think, but for the most part, I do feel like this is what happens when you're not designing by committee. Oh yeah, yes, está el Xoloscuincle on the top. When you're designing a character and you're writing for the character, you're trying to find a theme for the character and, like, you know, a purpose, that's when you get the really good stuff. Okay, more. Alright, skins time. Corvus. Oh, I do like Corvus. Look at that. Dude, that's so cool! I really do hope that, like, if the whole thing took place in Mexico, we have some more Mexican allegories in the skins for this version. Look at the colors. Look at the colors. Amazing scarves, great patterns, super vibrant. This is a very colorful skin. But at the same time, it's really nicely balanced because it's predominantly darker colors, and then, like, we add more green, and then the accents are, like, red and teal. Like, this is Picasso. It's such a good fucking fit. I love her face. Yeah, like, we're bringing back, like, yeah, the train conductor. Like, it's a lot of characters that I've actually seen before, but I love seeing the new skins for them as well, because they make them very charming. Let's see some detail on her face. What the fuck is that on your head? A creature. Yeah, Corvus is actually, fun fact, Frankenstein was the big inspiration for this character. That's why she has a decent amount of stitching on her person. So all of her stuff is going to be, like, very mishmash. That's why she has a lot of different colors and different textures in the design. Very deadpan face. Also a lot of stitching. So, like, it's supposed to, like, be train tracks slash the stitching. So Frankenstein and Train Conductor was, like, the big inspiration here. I like the bandages, though, because, like, they very much, like, allude to that, like, corpse thing that Corvus had going up. Frankenstein's trail, mommy. Yeah. And then, like, if you go down, you'll see, like, the difference in, like, textures that the outfit has, because that's part of the thing that she does. It's kind of mishmashed, but very, very pretty. I thought that shawl was a tail for a moment. No, it's a big shawl. Flowers or a scarf. Yeah. They're like dying tulips almost. I think they're silk flowers, but they suit her very well. And I love the teal gloves so much. They're so gorgeous. And you will notice, these are little baby details that, like, again, the devil is in the details, mama. That there's, like, stitching everywhere on the outfit. Stitching, safety pins, stuff that kind of makes it look like a little bit scuffed, but it kind of fits with, like, the Frankenstein vibe that they were going for this character, you know? Bloody tulips. Yeah, they're bloody tulips. Very, very pretty. And then, like, a mismatch of, like, textures and different things. A lot of color. Very fun. Very vibrant. Her hair is gorgeous, too. The stitching and pins are a great addition. Yeah, they're very subtle. They're, like, very subtle details. You don't normally notice them. But if you zoom in, you'll see them. Like, there's, like, loose stitching on the coat, which is falling apart because, of course, it is. And then there's, like, loose stitching everywhere. It's chaotic, it's cool, but it goes back to the Frankenstein vibes that the character has. And look at that. It says doctor, and instead of, like, fucking Frankenstein, it's just, like, red stitching. Look at the gloves. The gloves are actually, like, surgical gloves. Almost like, you know, Dr. Frankenstein's were. Although she's meant to be more Frankenstein's monster than anything else. The red tassel, the stitching on the pants, it's still very pretty, but the vibe is super chaotic. And this is the one that looks like the most Halloween-coded for Corvus, I actually think. Let's see the splash art. I love her. She's, like, chasing red threads. Like, oh god, this is Corvus doing that thing where she has, like, the fucking, like, bulletin board of, like, red string and pins everywhere. Like, she's so beautiful. And again, we put her in an isometric space, but she's still very much the centerpiece of this whole thing, despite there being much brighter colors in the background, you know? It's very, like, surreal. It's very Picasso. You see the bull in the background, all the paintings, and she's also, like, just chasing, like, the red thread. Stitching everywhere in the picture as well. The red tassels. Very vibrant, very fun, and, like, it's really tricky to make a character the centerpiece of a composition when it's, like, this isometric, unless you're making just dead-ass the character. But in this case, they did it really, really well, because, like, the red string is, like, surrounding her, if that makes sense. And then, like, the paintings are also framing her. I read something that's discovered inspired by Guernica. Probably is, yes. Crime Number color right there. Again, I would have all of these as posters. All of them. It's stunning. Yeah, all these are, like, Picasso paintings. And she has, like, a big needle, so she's, like, stitching the paintings together. Like, it's a beautiful take. And, like, stitched up canvases. The stitches everywhere. That's, like, her thing. And then something on fire. Every painting is stitched. Everything has, like, something that connects it to another painting. It's almost, like, horror-esque, but Corvus uses it really well. Incredibly artsy, super beautiful. And more people need to appreciate gachas like this, because, like, they're rare nowadays. Very, very rare. More. Hipernia. Oh, that's so pretty. Art seems to have been the theme in this one, actually, because, like, everyone's painting or stitching something, like... I like that her dress reminds me of, like, a Monet painting. Like, you know, like, with the flowers and, like, the deep blues, the ruffles. And then she has, like, paper with, like, paint splotches in the background. That is an absolutely stunning shade of blue. And, like, the transition from, like, the lighter blue to the darker blue is beautiful. It looks, again, I don't remember what type of fabric this is. It could be satin or it could be a type of silk, but it's, like, very pretty with, like, the starched skirt in the background. And then she has, like, tights and just little baby black shoes. But, like, I believe there's, like, paint on the hat as well. That or it's stitching. Let me see. Oh, it's paint. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like, the color scheme and the patterns on the dress are very reminiscent of Monet's paintings, if that makes sense. So, again, they do their research here. She's almost wearing, like, an artist's, like, smock, but not really, because it's actually a very pretty dress. The painting is leaping off the canvas, you know? I love it when they use art as, like, themes for things, because it always makes things look really pretty. I love her face. I love the little white lace choker. I love the predominantly blue dress with all the beautiful, like, plant motifs, like, the lilies, like, the green bits are, like, actually minty, super pretty. The brushes tucked into, like, her belt. Like, I used to put brushes in my hair. Like, whenever I was, like, painting for, like, school and shit, I would put my hair up in a bun and I would just put my brush in my hair. And I had to stop doing that when I, like, fucking almost stained a wall and my mom almost killed me. But it was just really handy to have a place to, like, pull your brushes out of, you know? But yeah, I think that art was the big inspo for this patch, because so far everyone seems to be creating something. It's so gorgeous. Let's see a little bit more detail. I'm so obsessed with how they render fabric. Like, she has, like, actual flowers. I think that's a type of lily. And then the paint splashes are, like, in pink and orange, which makes it look super nice. Like, a nice pop of color, really beautiful accent. And the thing that would be holding her easel or sketchbook is almost made of, like, stained glass. So there's light falling through it. That is so gorgeous! And then the stockings and shoes are pristine. No paint on those, but there is paint on the dress. And again, from far away, you don't notice these details, but, like, it almost looks like the outfit is painted on, which I love. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, the art is fucking coming out of, like, the sketchbook that she's carrying. I love it. Let's see the splash art. I'm guessing Monet, but it could be Van Gogh. The splash art will let us know. I'm not sure, actually, but that is absolutely stunning regardless. The horns, the, like, fucking, oh, the golden ratio is behind her, actually. That is beautifully composed. She's, like, sitting around, she's, like, doing the perspective check with, like, her paintbrush. She's getting paint everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, like, the, like, little people coming out of, like, the canvas. This is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. And it's such a simple outfit, too. It's just, like, a little dress with, like, some ruffles and some tights and a cute hat, and that's it. But somehow, by giving it, like, the collar with flowers, the paint splatters, all that jazz, it elevated it to artist, you know? Impressionably lazy? That's Van Gogh, right? If it is, I think it might be. I think that, like, it could be, but it's cool that, like, there's different artists that inspired this, if that makes sense. This is a painter's atelier. Of course it's dirty. You will never know messy until you actually see somebody paint. Like, if you go to, like, an actual artist space, there's no cleaning that place ever. It has its own fucking type of charm, though. Like, it's not dirty, like, ew. It's more like there's paint everywhere, and, like, to get it off, you have to, like, scratch it. Sometimes there's, like, a lot of draped fabric with paint splotches everywhere, stuff like that. Like, they have their own way of keeping things neat, but, like, if you're gonna be painting, it's gonna get messy. Absolutely gorgeous, though. I love the golden ratio in the background, too. Alright, more. Nick Bottom. Hello, Bottoms! Oh my god, I forgot there was a donkey! I sort of got this game. So, Reverse 1999 is great, because sometimes they have some shit that's way out of left field. I forgot about the donkey. This one was from A Midsummer's Night Dream, right? And this one is also, like, giving kind of artist, but, like, poorartist.com.org, you know? Like, yeah, this one feels like a free skin. What is he holding? A picture. Oh, this is like a seamstress, like, fucking, like, tailor type of vibe, right? Like, he's sewing. That's a flower made of fabric. Come on! Like, how the fuck do you fucking put details like that in here? Sad donkey boy. Sad donkey boy. Like, the stitching, the very, very vibrant patterns, the patches. Like, it's the type of things like clothes that are, like, very worn and very old, but very neat, you know? It's super adorable, and again, they have a lot of these characters that are just weird. And people like them. People use them. Like, they hadn't even changed position at all. No. We work around the head, okay? Around it! But it still has, like, human hair on the back, which is actually kind of funny. The sad donkey boy is learning a trade. I like it, though. I love the, like, sewing kit on his arm. That's actually a really, really neat detail. And the fabric roses. Also, mama, those pants are up to his tipples. These pants are up to the nipple, mama. Like, that is high up. The furless cans are kind of throwing me. That's because it's a Shakespeare reference. I have no idea what this game is, but I'm downloading it. You should download Reverse 1999 for the artwork alone. Show the devs some support. I think that they've definitely earned it. Like, they're so talented, guys. That is unk-coated pants. That is old man pants coated. Like, old man. Maybe he doesn't have that many ribs. It's a donkey. Comically high-waisted pants. I like them, okay? I actually do like the pants. I think they're funny. Peep-off fit, but I low-key want it. Like, yeah, like, the coat is super colorful and pretty, but it's, like, a peep-off fit. The zipper area is over his white button. No, dude, those pants are up to his tipples. Okay? Tip-oles. Alright, let's see the splash screen. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so gorgeous! He's just rocking that fit, I'm sorry. Like, the fluttering fabric, the trees, the bubbles, the framing of it. That is so pretty. That is actually a stunning piece of work. I love how vibrant the colors are. The fucking flow for the piece is great. He's, like, walking around with that painting, but instead of, like, the lady in the painting, it's, like, fabric draped like a dress. He'd be hitting that pose. Oh, he JoJo posing. Yeah, the picture looks like a bride. It's such a good fucking look. Yeah, there's actually a fit where the primary colors work really well because we're fucking with different saturations. No, they're not all the same. So that way it won't burn your retinas out, you know? And, like, yeah, the, like, little stitching bits on the floor, the grass, the trees. I like that the picture frame is actually framing them both here because it makes it look very charming. It's a very simple skin, but it gets the job done. Definitely. Unk fashion with Riz. I mean, he has Riz. If you're wearing a fucking pants that go up to your tipples and you can still land pussy, you have Riz. Okay. Tuesday. I forgot that a lot of these characters have funny names. Mother energy, motherly energy, mother is mothering, mother. Okay. First of all, look at them! Look at them! Yeah, the death baby one. Yeah, MILF. Certified MILF. These are the tits of a mother, okay? Oh, I know what you're based off. I know exactly what you're based off. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Like, oh. The torn fabric, the lace edging, the pins, the fucking satin. Like, oh, my God. Duh. Reminder's supposed to be an Easter skin. This is a Virgin Mary coated skin, fun fact. I don't remember which one it was specifically, but there's one that's like, that cries. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. That is, yeah. I'm so gay for these characters. Like, when they do, like, they don't do a ton of Goonie, but, like, when they do, like, the sexy, they do it in such an elegant way. Like, it's always so tasteful. Whenever I see this, I'm always like, oh! because they're just so pretty. Like, them bags be bagging, but, like, they're bagging in such an elegant way. Like, I want to stick my hand in there, but at the same time, it's like, respectfully, may I motorboat? You know? And I like that her baby's like a pincushion, like, wrapped in satin, mama. Red and blue is very Virgin Magic. Fun fact! The shade of blue that's actually being used in this artwork is actually a shade of blue called ultramarine. Now, it was a shade of blue made out of lapis lazuli, out of stone. It is so expensive, guys, that a 200 milliliter tube will cost you $400. It's so expensive and it's so hard to make that only paintings for the church were allowed to have this color. And most of the time, when this color was used in a painting for a church, it was of the Virgin Mary, okay? Ultramarine is the color. There's synthetic versions now, but the actual legit lapis lazuli pigment paint, oil paint, will cost you like $400 a tube. Give or take. Now, this is not actual ultramarine, but it's definitely a reference to ultramarine, especially with that shade of blue specifically. And it's a really nice nod to the traditional and medieval artwork of the church that basically was like, this is too expensive for the fucking commoners to use in their yee-ass paintings. Church only. The more you know. Yeah, history of paints and pigments is actually pretty diverse. You can still get that paint, but it's not going to be cheap. It's like the type of blue that you save up for like really special occasions. Because the synthetic versions are good, but synthetic blues have an issue, and I've actually dealt with this before when I did watercolor when I was younger. They tend to split. Blue pigments, when not mixed properly, split very easily, which is why they can ruin a fucking painting. And this happens mainly with synthetic ones. Okay. Look at that baby pincushion thing. Ugh. Oh yeah, did you guys fucking see the Eldritch Spider thing coming out of like her hair? Yeah, she's fine. We're good. Very pretty. Oh, she's so beautiful. I love that face. The baby's a pincushion. The baby's a pincushion. It's just fucking pearls and flowers and just stab it in there. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous design. The torn fabric. That's like, it's like fancy, but it's like seen the test of time. The shoes are scuffed. Like, this shawl has like lace that's kind of like tearing a little bit on the back. And she has a lot of pearls. Let's see the splash art. Yep. It's meant to evoke those old-timey church paintings. A lot of gold, a lot of ultramarine blue, very light, very serene, very surreal. She's holding that baby, which is not actually a baby. And she's looking at you like, are you afraid? Oh, mama, me. See, this is how when I remember when I told you that rabbits look at you with hatred? Yeah. This is like just a very accurate depiction of a rabbit, mama. Incredibly accurate depiction of a rabbit. Like, they just hate you. They despise you. Holy shit. Yeah, I love this spidery halo. I love her eyes. I like that she looks like kind of dead in the eyes a little bit. There is something eldritch about Tuesday, which I've always very much enjoyed. It's such a tastefully elegant but sexy skin. So gorgeous, you know? Demon bunnies. Is this blasphemy? No, it's not blasphemy because there's no religious imagery in this painting. It's making references to medieval paintings, but there is nothing religious here, so it's not blasphemous at all. It's just evoking a certain type of imagery, if that makes sense. Also, I love the disgusting rabbits. Wood. Yeah, I'm with you guys on that. Wood. A billion. Yeah. Wood. I'm sorry. I will fucking, like, I want that MILF. Even if I was killed in the process, wood. I'm sorry, but, like, huh? She's gorgeous. She has fat bags, and, she looks like she could kill me. As a bottom, there's nothing else that I could want more than this, okay? More. Alright, we are entering 3.6. Let's go, new characters. Enigma. Oh, I love seeing the new stuff that they make. More. Oh, he's so sad. Oh, he looks so sad, though. Why, Husbando? No, I cannot declare Husbando without seeing his face. But the silhouette in general, the vibe, I like. Okay? I love. like low-key kind of military, also scholarly. Let me see his face. Then I will tell you if he's daddy. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, yeah. Yeah, little daddy, I'm sorry. Like, he got like a little bit of like stubble. It's kind of like sexy. Like I shaved yesterday, but I kind of forgot this morning, you know? What are those things on his shoulders? What is that? This actually has been an NPC since 1 point now. Oh, he got like promoted. He escaped NPC jail. This is like the old school typewriters. Wet cat man. Oh, whoa, shit. Yeah, it's really funny. He seems to have... Oh, okay, like the writing on the jacket goes right down to his wrist. The silhouette is actually fairly modern. I dig it a lot. I like the big overcoat with like the... I don't know why. Men, let me hear this, okay? Like, men. If you're like a skinny guy, and I don't mean like fucking like normal skinny, like fairly skinny. What you can do if you want to like bulk up a little bit is you can actually do this silhouette, which is like high-waisted pants and a looser shirt, tuck it in and pull it out a little bit. That will give you more volume up top. That will give you a little bit more of an illusion of a Dorito body. If you're a beanpole and you want to like actually like pretend you have wide shoulders, the way you dress, cinch in the waist, let the shirt out loose a little bit, and wear like a fairly bulky jacket if it's cold out, or just a slightly bigger t-shirt, like a size up. That will give you shoulders, fellas. If you're not a beanpole of a person, disregard. But I think it's a really, really good silhouette if you have like very high-waisted pants that have like a bit of a wide leg to them, and a like that t-shirt. As a beanpole, skinny jeans are your enemy. Do not wide-legged pants, okay? And I think that Enigma wears this silhouette super well. I like the machine on his shoulder a lot. I really love the silver details on the belt as well. The slightly wide-legged pants with boots is such a fit, okay? Such a good fit. I love the way that the jacket is tailored as well. Let's see the Ascended version. Fashion advice will stream when. I mean, I can talk about it. See what I mean? See what I mean? Immediately elevated to Dorito body. Immediately. Why? Because the shirt has a wider shoulder. It has a wider cut on the top. And the pants, even though they're tucked into the boots, they still give him nice volume. You know? Oh, that face. The face, the silver spangled patterns on the jacket and on, like, the shirt, the bandage, like, accents. He's holding, like, his weird little machine. I really like these, these are the ones that have, like, very, like, futuristic fantasy going for them, I believe. Because, like, what was her name? The blonde one with, like, the really architectural Laplas. With the really, like, architectural suit. This is a very similar vibe, you know? I really like this silhouette, though, because it's so sexy in such a subdued way. Like, sexuality for men is also a spice, by the way. You think it's just for girly pops? What, you think that men don't have goonacity? They do. It just comes in different intensities and flavors. This is a very sexy man. Tall and lanky, but still has a lot of presence. The reason why is because the silhouette for his outfit kind of cancels out some lankiness, gives him a bit more Dorito body. Like, without that shirt, I can tell you his shoulders are not that broad. Again, silhouette is 9/10 of the battle chat. Forearm cleavage. Oh, dude, I love it when guys roll up their sleeves. I love it. Lawrence and Enigma are co-workers. Oh, that explains it. I really like the swirly patterns all over the fabric, too, in both versions. Also, you can tell that, like, he's holding his coat under his arm, so this is what he's wearing underneath there. So fucking pretty. Such a nice face, and just such a good vibe in general. Let's see his splash art. And much like Laplace, it's very architectural, very sculpted, but his is more square. It looks like he's in a wind tunnel. Like he's like a Calvin Klein model in a wind tunnel. I kind of dig it, though. This and his voice in games equals me passing out from a nosebleed. Oh, please tell me that it's, like, sexy. Lawrence, sorry, yeah. Lawrence's outfit, like, vibe is also very, like, sculptural, but that one's more surreal. Meanwhile, Enigma's more, like, like, squared. It's so gorgeous. He's, like, taking his notes, like, watching the fabric. In a wind tunnel, but, like, Calvin Klein model. Sexy German man. Oh, dude. I love the pants. Again. Did you guys know, fun fact, did you guys know, Pants are not designed to go below the waistline. Especially for you guys. Men, I love you. I do. Let me give you some little bit more fashion advice. Get pants that sit on your waist. Don't fall for low-rise jeans, fellas, because you will show butt crack. The lower your pants, like usually clothing is designed to fold at joints, right? And at places where you fold a lot is your waist. So if you're getting pants, try and get pants that actually fit at your waist, because that way you will never show butt crack. Never. And you will always look like a skinny waist baddie, okay? Like, pants that sit lower than your waist, they're not designed to be there, so they're going to slip off. That's why we have belts, mind you. But originally, back in the day, before we found, like, you know, modern baggy pants, everything was designed to sit at the waist, because that's where you bend. So that's where it naturally should sit. Okay, more. We have Enigma as the first character of 3.6. Let's see another one. Oh, wait, no, he was the only one in this version. I think the other ones might be collab characters, but let's see some skins. It was a Half-Life patch. Oh, Marsha. It was probably because of the collab coming out on 3.7 then. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god, that's so gorgeous. It's like nightgown. It's like fancy nightgown. Like, can you sleep in PJs like this? Yes. Are they comfortable? No. Like, my great-grandma made me a nightgown like this when I was a kid. It was the without sleeves. It was the prettiest thing I ever owned to go to bed in. It was so uncomfortable. Because, like, they're usually made out of, like, linen and cotton, right? Which are nice, but they're starchy fabrics. And then they also put a lot of lace and ruffles and ribbons on them, which they look so pretty, but try and lie flat. Try and lie flat. I guarantee you, you're not gonna fucking sleep well. They're gorgeous, though. I actually really love the puffy sleeves, the lace detail on the shoulders and on the actual, like, edge of the sleeves. The bottom of the nightgown, she has, like, the cute little shoes as well. The shawl... don't do that. The shawl is actually super cute, too. Look at her. Look at her. Oh. This... Oh, her face! Her face! That is so beautiful! That is absolutely stunning. The buttons, the little metal thing, the little gold flex... Wait, is it on fire? Oh. It's on fire. Why is it on fire? Dude, I love the shawl with, like, stars all over it. The shawl is actually, like, silk. Big, heavy fabric. And yeah, her nightgown's burning. Oh, it's a tarot skin. Oh! I'm gonna ask them if we're gonna make a deck so I can buy it. That is so gorgeous. Use of color, phenomenal. We have bright fucking red hair against a predominantly blue and cold color scheme. A super easy on the eye silhouette and a really clear-cut theme. Okay? Give me that fucking splash art. No, I need this thing as an actual card deck. What the fuck? Like, this is a card for strength. Like, yeah, the nightgown on fire, the shawl in the background, the very serene pose, the way that she's, like, holding that, like, little portable oil lamp. The shoes that are, like, almost slippers, but not quite. Absolutely gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Yeah, they've been doing tarot cards for a while. I wonder when they're gonna finish that set. I'm gonna be like, please print it. Like, it's so beautiful. The fire and, like, when you're, like, actually drawing anything, fun fact, artist tip, if you are shading, don't shade with black ever. Shade with blue. Shade with blue and light with yellow. That's how your eye works. Have you ever noticed that when you're outside in the dark or, like, in the middle of the night, if you let your eyes focus and there's, like, a little bit of moonlight, everything around you will look like in shades of blue? You should never shade with black because the absence of light turns actually blue, not black. That's how we perceive it. And if you're doing light, natural light is yellow. Unless you're doing something inside of, like, an interior or fluorescent space, try and use yellow for lighting, because that's going to make things look way more natural. They do that here. The shadows are all in blue, and the lights are all in very soft yellow. Super, super pretty. Look at the fire on the lap. Oh, it's going. Or cows. Yeah. The candles are really cute, though. Okay, more. Recoleta. Oh, I like her. Look how cute. Look how pretty. Look how floaty and how papery. Although we do have a little bit of a little bit of a mess on the fucking, like, I think it's because it's meant to be like paper. Okay, we have a little bit of like a slightly distracting asymmetry, but nothing too severe, I would say. I like her hair a lot, and I also really like the way that they worked with the scroll of paper that's coming off like her lapel. Sleeves are gorgeous, but I do think that the ruffles are a little bit distracting. Just a little bit on the bottom. The top looks great, but the bottom, since we have like this weird denim skirt type of vibe, I think maybe a longer skirt could have actually made the silhouette a lot prettier. Because as is, the top half of the outfit looks very like artsy and very elegant, and the bottom half, it just kind of feels lacking a little bit. It's not like a most egregious thing, I would say, but I do think that with a fuller skirt, well, not fuller, longer skirt, you would easily get rid of that problem. Because it's like the silhouette is clashing a little bit too much. A little bit. But the top looks really beautiful. Long skirts don't fit the character, though. They might not fit the character, but that's actually a thing that I think makes the silhouette a little bit more distracting than what it should be. Again, not everything is perfect in these games. I love the artwork, but they do have some things that tend to, like, miss the mark a little bit. I do, in general, like the silhouette, though, especially the roll of paper, the writing on the fabric, the fact that it's a lot transparent in very, very much areas, but I wish the skirt and the shoes were different. I think that would fit her a little bit better. Or even pants might actually fix this problem very easily. I think that with like a pair of pants, even if it was like jeans, I think that the ruffles on the bottom would look nicer. Appropriately World Book Day skin. Well, there you go. Yeah, I think that pants would work. Pants would work. Yeah, no, it's not the worst. I've seen some very like out there skins in reverse, like some skins that I actually don't like myself, but for the most part, solid. Not all of them can be winners. Yeah, let's see the splash screen. Oh, that's so gorgeous. See, I actually really like with the splash screen, because with the splash screen, I don't really see much of the skirt, which makes it feel like the white ruffles, are the skirt, as opposed to like the denim thing. I think that looks a little bit more charming. I do really like the writing on this and like how dreamy the background is. It feels like she's getting lost in a book. Does that make sense? And that vibe I love so much. She's so cute. I definitely like the like reading alone in the library vibes. Yeah, a mystical library, very much like magical book time, getting lost in it. And that's like the vibe. That's the vibe for this character. Very charming, incredibly beautiful. I love the pastel colors in the background. That actually makes her stand out all the more. And I also like the flying books everywhere. She's lost in that reading rainbow. Oh, yeah. Still a 7 out of 10 design at worst. Yeah, I would agree with that notion. Yeah, it's like, again, it's not perfect, but it's not horrendous either. It's actually just a decent design. And I really like the splash art for this because it's just so charming. So beautiful. White rum. What the? Which character are you? I don't remember. I don't remember what this was at all. Let's see it. Oh! That's why. It's the fucking ship in the bottle! Reverse, I forget that this is the game that gave us the apple and Sputnik and a shard of mirror for a character. Why are we making skins like... It's a ship. It's literally like a bottle rocket. Like... That's so fucking funny. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, object design is not my forte, but I do like the composition of this. And I think it's very, very, very funny. That's just a ship. I like that it's like the Pikmin rocket, like an old-timey, like, retrofuturism rocket just taking off again. Like, don't forget Dog. Dude, Reverse has some of the most, like, insane characters you're ever gonna see in your life. Yeah, the hands are making a launch pad, which is actually pretty fucking cool. Ship section. Like, guys, they have a character that's just like a cloak and gloves. Like, the Reverse is kind of wild for the ship. It's just the ship. It's just like a cute little, like, paper ship in, like, a bottle, you know? The abstracted hand is pretty cool. Yeah, I agree completely. It's like a little like launching pad. That's so fucking funny. Yeah, a knight is just hands and a cloak in the reverse. Holy shit. Okay, and splash art. What the fuck? Okay, I love how retro-futuristic this is. I've actually been super into the aesthetic lately because I've been using it for a project, but like, I like it. It's like very round, it's very fun, it's very like optimistic and energetic. It's just a fucking bottle. It's just a fucking bottle, chat. Like, yeah, very Jetsons. That's the vibe. Retro-futurism is kind of like the Jetsons. It's hilarious and I'm never gonna get over it. And I love that, like, they seriously make high-quality art for, like, stuff like this, too. They don't skimp out on it. This has just as much detail as any of the outfits. But it's a rocket. It's a little bottle rocket with a hand. Like, the rest of these are, like, super utterly beautiful, and now we have a shitpost. Reverse likes to shitpost. It's just a shit. Look at it. And unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. Because there's so many of these still. I'm not going to go over the collab this time around, but I want to go over these 3 versions. 3.6 was very short, I was surprised, but I really, really liked what I was seeing. I want to know what you guys think, though. Would you guys be willing to try out Reverse 1999? Please do. Make the devs day. They put so much work into this game, into like its artwork. I highly, highly recommend you guys try it out. But let me know in the comments, which is your favorite skin? Do you play the game? Do you not play the game? Would you try it out? Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We hit 223,000 subs today. Thank you guys so much. I'm really, really appreciate it. And if you guys want the best energy to play Reverse or to study the artwork and, you know, lick the screen like I like to do, go check out gsupps. It's delightful energy, so many flavors. I got like 8 in the mail yesterday, and we've already tried one of the new ones. Super tasty. If you guys need recommendations, just let me know. But if you want to get any of them or any of their cool merch, you know, even I think they still have some ramen. Make sure you use code Kinkimation at checkout for 10% off your entire order, or go to gamersubs.gg/Kinkimation. Waiver Spanish, whoever tackles this, gsupps out at the beginning of the video. And with that, this segment is done. I got 2 hours and a bit. There's always a lot to yap about with Reverse because I like the design so much.
I love her artwork from this game. Is there any chance you will review the Cryocast design from Genshin?
I'm not planning on it currently, no, but, thank you. Yum.
I'm sorry, but whenever I hear Fantasia I default to pink elephants on parade. Scar me something awful for a while there.
Oh, yeah, they do that, thank you. Yeah, I remember the Dumbo movie had, like, the fucking elephant things that was, like, traumatizing. Spanish, make her play more games. He already got me to play Limbus. I don't know what you guys want from me. All the Egypt flavors I've tried are too sweet. Do we have any tart flavors you can recommend? Yes, Acid Rain. Acid Rain is actually perfect if you like more sour flavors. I know that, like, for some people, they might be a bit too sweet, but Acid Rain for me is, like, one of those really, really good ones that is just, like, on the acidic spot. I do believe they have other acidic ones, but of the ones I've tried, Acid Rain is my favorite. Acid Rain was too sweet for me. Really? For me, it was, like, sour. Then again, you guys might have weird taste buds. Probably. Yeah, if you think Acid Rain is sweet, mama, that shit was sour. Like, do you combine flavors? Usually, no. No, I usually just stick to, like, the same one. Really becoming a gacha streamer would be funny. Like, I'm not a gacha streamer, but, like, I do cover gachas on occasion. If they interest me and I think the artwork is cool, I cover them. What I'm becoming completely by accident is a Marvel streamer. Chad, do you think Miss Draw All Day has time for more than one gacha? I really don't. I really, really don't. Like, and I'm working on, like, so many projects right now, it's not even funny. You should combine all your gsupps flavors and get back to us on it. I will do that when I'm not pregnant anymore. Once baby's here, I can do that stuff, but I can't have a ton of gsupps right now because of the artificial sweeteners, so I've been kind of, like, abstaining a little bit. Normally, I would go right for it, but just to be on the safe side, since you can't have a lot of those, I'm just not having it as often as I used to. I used to have like a gsupps a day. I miss it though so bad. We don't approve gambling. I think you should gamble responsibly. Are you trying to make Bean smell colors? No, I don't want Bean to be able to smell colors just yet, okay? Lily, my Marvel streamer that cares zero about Cape at the beginning. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that, like, I'm very known for, like, my Marvel content, even though I'm, like, I started out being, like, meh, Cape shit, like, but now I'm learning things. How much longer until the gsupps waifu cup? You know what? I am working on it. It will happen. I swear to God. I personally hate gambling. I think that if you're gonna gamble on a gacha, this is just my personal opinion, you should know that you're never going to get that money back. That is like return on investment that doesn't really give you much because someday the game could end. You do it for fun. You gamble for entertainment. That's about it. Like, know that the game could EOS someday. Know that, like, it's not like an actual physical product. Gamble if you want to, but gamble responsibly. The worst thing you can do is, like, get caught into, like, that rabbit hole. Oh, sure, thanks so much for the sub. Into that, like, rabbit hole of, like, I spent $5,000 on Genshin Impact, so now I can't let it go. And if people say that it's bad, I get angry. Like, you know? Just gamble responsibly, do it for fun, and don't overdo it. As soon as you touch a fandom, they claim you. Oh, the Lord of the Rings fandom might have to come for my wig next, because, like, we're going over the books, and, like, I'm enjoying the Hobbitry. I really am. Reverse 99 is not as predatory as other gadgets like Genshin. Dude, like, Limbus Company is the same way. Like, I've been listening to Lord of the Rings for, like, narrated by Andy Serkis. Now that we are out of, like, the Hobbit lore and, like, the gossip in the Shire, I was just finishing Bilbo's birthday party. And I asked him, I was like, was this in the movie? Because, like, I watched one of them with him, but I think I fell asleep halfway or something because I don't remember any of this. And he was like, yes, the birthday party was in the movie. So now I'm gonna have to just finish the book and then watch it again. It is in the movie, apparently. I guess I fell asleep, but that was a few years ago. Yeah, please spend responsibly. Thankfully, a lot of gachas are free to play, so you usually don't have to spend any money at all. Yeah, exactly. Like, I've spent on games like Limbus, for example, because I feel like they do deserve some money for, like, high-quality bullshit that they've been putting out. But I know for a fact that it's just, like, going... I'm just spending it on pulls, on wallpeepee, okay? Like... Did they remove the time skips from Luke? I don't know yet. I just started it. I've been playing Reverse since launch. I'm only missing 7 characters, and I did not spend any money. Yeah, you could be a free-to-play Andy in Reverse, and their artwork is so beautiful, chat. Like, you guys should definitely go check it out. Buying gachas like donating money to the devs. Yeah, and unfortunately, every gacha is going to have something predatory in it. Every single one of them. FOMO or something like that. So long as you're, like, spending responsibly, though, then you're fine. Yeah, I'm funding the Limbus anime. That's what I'm doing. How did Disney do Lady and the Tramp live action? Because it had, like, a racist cat song. Oh, the cat song? I am pretty sure that they omitted it. And also the movie was not that good. Disney is losing a ton of money on the films. They're making bank on the parks, at least. But, like, they're losing a ton of money on the movies. I spent so much of my allowance money on Club Penguin as a kid, but I don't regret it. To be honest, I had my fun. Exactly! That's what you should think. That's the mindset you need for, like, gachas. Like, you're spending money for fun, for entertainment. I play Uma Musume and I've gotten so much enjoyment out of it. I see spending responsibly on it as supporting the work. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're supporting the game. Club Penguin was fun. I was a Neopets girly. I was actually a Neopets girly, not a Club Penguin girly. Or DisneyChannel.com I spent a ton of time in, I think. They have not managed to make me play Reverse yet, though I do have it on my tablet. All my Limbus gambling is fun. I enjoy it. I've had so much fun gambling and pulling out my card, like, on stream. Yo, Neopets was fire. Neopets was awesome. Disney doesn't really care that much as long as the movies don't lose too much money. They're basically advertising for the parks, and the parks is where the real money is. The parks for Disney make me irate. Because you guys don't understand, right? I grew up in Miami. I spent like 3 years of my life in Miami in Florida. So we would drive out to Disney a few times a year because my parents had like a timeshare thing. And we had annual passes. you could basically spend a day at the park, just get the fast pass thing and ride all the rides, have so much fun. My mom always packed us lunch, but you'd always get like a treat or a goodie, and it was great. And now the parks are a nightmare. Now it's like $3,000 a day if you have an actual family of more than like 3 people, and the food is super expensive. You have to pay for Lightning Lane. You can't just go, and if you stand in line, you're gonna be standing in line for 2 hours for a ride that lasts 5 minutes. You have to pay for the fast pass. Did you guys know that Walt Disney did not want that at all? Walt wanted 1 admission ticket for the parks, and that is it. When they were first building the Disney World parks, Walt was like, they were like, hey, should we charge per ride? And Walt was like, absolutely fuck not. Because he wanted families to be able to afford to go. Now look. Universal is somewhat more consumer friendly. Yeah. Like, I have already like told this to myself because like I'm having a kid, right? I'm never taking Bean to Disney. Never. I know that people are like, oh, it's a rite of passage. I would much rather take him to Universal. I would much rather take him to Universal or to like local theme parks and shit here, because like Disney is so expensive, and it's not even a vacation. It's stressful. The last time I went, which was when I graduated high school, it was still fun. Fast Pass didn't exist anymore, but we didn't mind waiting in the queue because we were like a bunch of dipshit for like 4 friends. But like nowadays, you can't go. It's just stressful. Yeah, I'd rather take him to Universal because I'm pretty sure that he's gonna play games. But I've been to Disney a lot. I've gone a fair number of times in my lifetime, and I can tell you guys it's changed. Like, I see the way that it is now, and it makes me so sad. Or if I'm gonna take him to Disney, I'm probably gonna take him to Disneyland Paris. Or Tokyo. It's much better, apparently. Like, the American Disney parks are the problem. In Tokyo and in Paris, they're not nearly that expensive. I never went to a Disney thing, I just went to local things. You know what? Good. Like, I don't think at this point it's just like, I'm actually getting like hubby to be like, hey babe, can you get me the old Disney movies? Not the live action ones, like the old ones. And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was like, because I need a library for Beam. I need the old school Disney movies that I grew up with, because those are actually good. Disney's like over $4K if you bring a family of 4 and more if you buy stuff. It's really expensive. I'm glad I went to Disney World when I was older rather than as a tiny kid. If you go as like a baby child, you're gonna like not get anything out of the experience. I think if you want to go to like Disney or Universal, you have to be at least 10 years old. At least 10. Disney World is more like an exclusive club than a theme park. At this point, yeah. You have to take out a mortgage just to go there. Guys, people go into debt to go to Disney. I've seen the videos. Credit card debt to go to Disney. Like, why? No, go on vacation somewhere more affordable. That's insane. Yeah, people go like take out like fucking loans to go, and I'm just sitting here like, what? What do you mean? Why? Just don't go to Disney. Go somewhere else. Caleb Hammer, partly financial audit, yes, but also like other content creators that have talked about, because a lot of them have the Disney debt situation. You guys, okay, so like, you guys might not know this about me, but I have a foot into the normie space because I grew up super normie. So sometimes the curiosity strikes me and I want to see what they're up to, and it almost always leaves me with whiplash. But that's why I hear about these things. Like, I grew up normie, so for me, like, going into normie spaces doesn't really bother me. It makes me raise my eyebrows because it's like, how do you people entertain yourselves? But at the same time, you learn. Disney adults and their questionable financial choices. They're quite something. It's insane.
We went for the 50th anniversary of Disneyland. My brother mocked me relentlessly for being too short to ride half the rides I wanted to ride.
Oh, right, that's a thing that happens. So again, like, you have to be like at least 10. Thank you. Then Mr. Manatee, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. I can agree, Disney's not the same anymore. I was a cast member there until they terminated me. One of my best friends actually worked at Disney for like a year for like a fucking school thing because she was in hospitality. She said that it was really fun but very stressful. Wait, people are obsessed with Disney? Yes! They're so obsessed. That's why you guys think that the term Disney adult is a thing. Disney adult is a thing because it's like Disney realized that the people who actually spend money on their franchises and products are grown-ups. Not kids, adults. So they cater to that nostalgia, and they've made a rabid group of people. Making sure everyone's having fun is stressful. It is. And cast members have really strict rules that they have to follow as well. I've been to, like, the employee side of Disney parks because I was at, like, my school did, like, a concert thing at Disney when I was, like, in 6th grade. So I've seen, like, the back of the park. It's insane. Like, they have, like, tunnels. Like, everything is interconnected, so, like, cast members can get to point A to point B super quickly. Very well organized. Super stressful. I feel bad for people who work as characters. They have to stay in character no matter what. Wasn't there a lady who played the evil queen who got fired because people basically hunted her down on social media and, like, actually were calling her by her real name in the parks and shit? And obviously she had no control over that. And so she got fired because, unfortunately, people calling you by your real name, is even if she didn't break character, it ruins the fantasy for the kids. So she got terminated for that, sadly. And she was really good. Yeah, it was bad. The best. What kids? I know! That happened. Yeah, I don't know the full story. I think it was a little bit more complicated than that. But yeah, I think she did get fired. All right, and with that, things, I'm going to leave you for a little bit. I will see you back on Thursday, all right? Have a wonderful evening, my beautiful baby children. And I will see you all very, very soon, all right? Go get some gsupps, use my code, and look out for art posts. I'm going to be posting a bunch of stuff. Okay, bye, love you, bye, bye, bye!